Welcome back to Late Night League of Legends here at the Low Budget LCS. My name is LaChance, and I am joined by Ojai Vega.
Happy to be here, late night stream, have myself a little drink, a little nightcap. We are just enjoying ourselves with some fine League of Legends to kick off the week on a Monday night. LaChance, how are you?
Oh, I am doing so good. Jesus, Dove deodorant coming in so hot. Dove, I trust your soap so much. You can't show me you have a bad opinion here. Kato too. Wait, Egron, what the fuck is going on, guys?
Why is my entire team here?
Dude, I reject this. I send it back. God damn. This is how your team treats you? Is this a team you're coaching?
Yes, this is the team I'm coaching.
Wow, guys. Truly, wow. Luffy has redeemed a bear facts with Bear. Bear, of course, not here right now. Do you have a bear fact that you'd like to share?
Oh my gosh, I just read one.
Wow, this is fortuitous.
I might actually.
This is crazy, honestly.
Okay, when they did Bear Fact, Bear started saying facts about themselves, Bear. But there was somebody in chat who's like, I know like a fact about Bear. And so they like posted it, and I'm trying to remember what they said. They had a really cool fact about a certain type of bear, and I can't remember.
Oh fuck. All right, well,
if you're out there, Bear Fact person,
hit us up. This is like a missed connections ad in the papers in like the 90s. Do they still do missed connections in newspapers?
I have no idea. I can't remember the last time well, I don't know. Maybe I can't remember the last time I've looked at.
Just like cracked open a newspaper. Yeah, listen, that's Reddit now, you old man. I know. I do like flip through Reddit like my dad would scroll through newspaper headlines. Ain't that the truth, Luffy? Thank you for swinging in and making sure we feel old. Yeah, all right, some people are being nicer to Vega now. That's good. At least we've got that.
Thank you, guys.
We have... Good night, Mary. Sleep tight. Hope you have a good night. Just taking a swig of this.
Did you know brown bears' color depends on where they live?
No.
Did you know, yeah, they have like a reddish tint to their fur lined with silver tips. Sometimes, like that's what brown bears will have, but Chinese brown bears have a distinctive collar around their necks, spreading down to their chests and over their shoulders, and it could be yellow or brown.
Ooh! That is a good bear fact. All right. Oh shit, we are in draft. There are multiple spectator links, but the most recent one is the one. I don't know if I said it before, but tonight we have got BYU Team White versus the needlessly large rods. That's right, two esteemed institutions of higher education, BYU versus NLR, both teams that have taken players and risen them to new heights. And here we are, Papa. Yeah, we're giving out bear facts for free now.
Wait, someone redeemed.
Oh no. You're right. Sorry, I just went to the auto. I saw Puppo and I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this.
It's okay.
Puppo, by the way, I rewatched the game that Puppo like slid out of bed and streamed game 2 of a series that I was playing in.
Also, that is dedication.
Full ass dedication. And I was watching it, and I think Papa was about to say something about the build that I was going, and he was really nice, and he held back. He was like, "Oh, interesting. LaChance is buying. Well, we'll just talk about something else." It was super funny, and I just wanted you to know that I really didn't know what I was buying on that Ziggs. I was really flying by the seat of my pants. It was just recommended item after recommended item.
This looks good. I like this item. Let's just build it.
Exactly. They wouldn't have made it a pretty picture if it wasn't strong. Let's look at this draft, though. What do we got going on here?
We do have BYU banning out the Belbeth, the Vi, and the Nautilus. On the other side, we do have the Mordekaiser, Nocturne, and the Brand banned out. The first pick, Maokai, that's could be a flex. Very good at support right now. Very good in jungle. Sometimes even in the top lane, but gives a lot of team fighting, a lot of engage tools. On the other side, scared of getting engaged on Xayah, one of the best champions to play. Partnering it up with the Wukong, who did recently get buffed. Seeing a little bit more appearance lately in the jungle and the top lane. Lots of good stuff. Also, synergy over there. Red accented champions.
There's the Twisted Fate. The one that I've been dodging in solo queue for this past week. It's been my ban. It's been the thing I just haven't wanted to see.
Yeah, I've moved on from Trundle to Twisted Fate now. Both for myself and the other team. Because there's so many people who are like, oh, I saw someone play this. This is now who I am.
Yeah.
But it's technically a triple flex. Because we saw in LEC it get played top lane. Obviously TF's native home is the mid lane, but also can be played AD carry. The build mostly being AD right now. We just see a Zac locked in also. Lots of flexible champion on BYU side. Zac's played in top and jungle right now, good in both. Yeah, lots of initiation in that. And of course the Sylas. Yeah. Hey, I like your initiation. I like your ults. I think I'll use them myself.
Absolutely. I mean, just borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbor, you know? Why does everything have to be so combative?
I know. Question for you. Have you ever seen Sylas use Zac ult?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No. I quit. Because, you know, when Zac ults, he, like, blows himself up with air. And he bounces around. And now in my head, I'm questioning, what does Sylas do?
Oh, great question.
It's one of two really funny things. Either one, he blows up with air and bounces around. So. Or two, he remains in his normal model, bouncing up and down, which is equally funny sounding to me.
Dang, I really hope he takes it. I feel like there are some pretty limited circumstances in which he would take that ult compared to the others.
Yeah, the other ones are, I think, just strictly better. But, you know, for the sake of, you know, research, we do need to know.
We do. This is true. For science.
We do get the Kai'Sa and hovering the Lucian ban. I like the Kai'Sa ban here. A lot of engage on the enemy team. Kai'Sa, one of the best AD carries, and following that up. And the Lucian ban, something that can punish the Xayah in lane a little bit. And looks like we will get the Rakan band out here. Perhaps. The Udyr band also very strong. Rakan band out there. I do love that a lot. Taking apart the lovers duo. See what they choose to follow it up with. And maybe the Janna gives them a lot of disengage into this comp, which I like a lot. They choose to go to that. They do. Maybe now we'll get some clarity as to where some of these picks are going.
Yeah, a lot of gaps about to be filled in here. BYU gonna pick the rest of their composition. They've got some great CC and engage here. I feel like they need...
Ooh.
Okay.
That would mean that the Twisted Fate is more than likely going to the bot lane. I guess it still could go top. Maybe support Maokai, jungle Zac.
It's possible. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things on the table right now.
I do like that pick also because Xayah cannot ult out of Malzahar, obviously. And the shield, unless Janna breaks the shield on Malzahar, the R does not immediately break the ult. But right now, a lot of CC on the side of BYU, and it looks like it is going to be the Twisted Fate in the bottom lane with the Bard.
Think of the angles, Vega. Think of the angles.
I just imagine someone being mid lane and a Maokai ult coming from their own Raptors. The Twisted Fate ults on them as a Zac comes from their blue buff as a Bard ults them from Dragon.
God damn it.
There's a lot of tools.
So many tools. Ooh, Smolder. I haven't cast a game with Smolder yet.
Hold on. Is that Smolder mid? And Sylas jungle and Wukong top, or Sylas top and Wukong? This is a fun game.
Yeah, this could go a lot of different ways.
Extremely interested in what's happening here.
Now, I am going to put together the God damn the ads on YouTube. I am going to put together the prediction poll now. Manage prediction, start prediction. Who's going to win game one? Now that we've seen these competitions, or these compositions, I want to know from you, Vega, which of these compositions is calling to you?
In my head, I'm leaning towards the needlessly large rods comp. I like that they have some disengage tools. Smolder obviously puts the game on a clock, but the other side does have a lot of good engage tools. And if things can go right, if they can snowball and find the picks they want, they have the ability to run the game over with a lead. But I really favor the tools on NLR right now. I think that some of the champions that BYU has, if piloted correctly, can be extremely good, but they're a little bit harder to execute, right? It's a little bit harder to make the TF Bard work, moving around the map, doing all that fun stuff, whereas it's pretty straightforward with Xayah, Janna, Smolder, champions like that. You know, you heal, you want to farm, you want to disengage, and then you want to fight when you have items.
Absolutely.
They're saying Wu Jungle in the chat.
Wukong Jumble. Lampy Lamp Live? What's up? Long time no see. Smolder abusers are disgusting. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out today. Also, no better time than right now to thank the wonderful newest investors of the low budget LCS. I will start with the one that followed us 17 hours ago because I love the name, Bocce Rope. Bocce Rope, you're probably not here, but thank you. Know that you are thanked. And then, of course, the folks that probably are here. Mohan NYG, thank you so much. Searneys _live, thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low budget LCS. But a mere handful of seconds ago, Raves 56. Cannot wait for you to go to Rave 57. You're already a connoisseur. You're an expert. A sommelier of nightlife. Thank y'all so much. Oh wait, him the guy redeemed a caster compliment. Oh, you won? Oh, congratulations, him.
Let's go, him.
Well done. Also, him, you're very easy to compliment right now. I, in a panic, shouted at the end of my interview from our game on Sunday that I am now in Nefiri main and ban out my Nefiri. This is Smolder top.
This is Smolder top. We can confirm it is Smolder top.
This is Smolder top. This is Smolder. Okay,
This is
sick.
The first Smolder top. Now, okay, now I'm going to change my mind. Now, I may lean towards BYU's comp because I feel like Zach Malkai should be able to punish Smolder top.
This game fucking slaps. Okay, I really want to see how this plays out. Okay, we're in for a fucking good one. Him, the guy, heard that I was playing Nefiri, immediately slides into my DM, says, hey, you got any questions about Nefiri? Let me know. I play the good little doggo a lot. I can help you out. And that's just such a nice thing to do, to reach out to someone that you heard was playing a champ for the first time and offer assistance. That's so fucking nice, him. Thank you so much.
Him is a beautiful person, and I just want to point out that if anyone has ever said him had an ego, it doesn't exist. Him, one of the nicest, most amazing, approachable people I've ever had the pleasure of talking to.
So true, so well said. I mean, what else can we say him? We'll come up with other things.
It's him.
Someone you don't know says LeChance licks toes and is very good at Vigar. I'll take it, someone you don't know. Someone you don't know, we've joined forces. We're on the same team. Of course, the author and creator of the LeChance licks toes. Cooney making me the hunk. Cooney, very nice of you. I don't know how that really plays out in the context of casting this game, but we will figure something out.
True. I think you listen to your voice for a few seconds. It's like absolute hunk. Absolutely.
This is just the pot calling the kettle black here. I mean, come on. Look at yourself. Already an esteemed caster here in the low budget LCS. Wow. Wimstone, thank you so much for the sub. Tier 1, thank you so much. You're beyond an investor. You're a board member, and we appreciate you, and we look forward to paying attention to your guidance, how you feel like the best way to invest the vast tracts of land that the low-budget LCS has, what we should use that for. We've had lots of board members say, we should, be using that land to be able to build, housing for people, maybe help people out. We've had other people say like, no, we need to build like mansions. Then we'll dig large, mountains out of the ground, and we'll attach helicopters to them, and we'll fly them, and we'll have sort of sky castles. So just let us know like what you want us to use our resources for, and we will get right on that. Wystome. Wimstone? I don't know how to say it.
I like the helicopter idea.
I think it's pretty good too. I think we can do it.
I believe.
That's not that hard, right?
Surely not. I mean, I'm no. Oh wait, I am an engineer.
Oh shit! We got that. We got one step closer.
Wait a minute. That's a running joke in our friend group. Is one of our friends works for Boeing and is like an aerospace engineer.
Incredible.
We're IT engineers, but we like to make us engineers. All of us engineering.
God, heart or brain surgeons just have like the best bit at their fingertips at any.
Right?
It's not brain surgery.
And they would know.
They truly would. Wimstone wants a battle mansion, so we got to start drawing up some schematics.
We can figure that out.
Yeah, I think
it shouldn't be too hard.
No. I've got some crayons and some construction paper. How hard do you think it would be to own a Denny's?
Probably not as hard. Like, honestly, we all came together. We could probably get a Denny.
I think you're right. I think that's like...
That's a realistic goal. If that's your goal, that's a realistic goal. You should aim higher, probably.
Yeah. I do feel like, that is one of those things where it's like, it's a haha funny joke, but it's also something that we could...
Probably.
If we were persistent as we were silly. Interesting. Okay. So now it goes to full screen 20 seconds before the timer's done.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You want to share screen?
Oh, fuck, yes, of course.
You're fine. Always wait, because I'm like, sometimes it auto closes itself between games for no reason.
That's smart, and that's also true.
I don't want to bug the cat twice. I want to tell him make me do this, and then close this, and now we got to say it again.
We're figuring it out.
We're working through it.
One day.
Bio.
Another friend.
Oh, hello, Seroticus, as the newest investor of the low-budget LCS. We appreciate your time and encouragement here, and we promise to only use it recklessly.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Dove deodorant. We did predictions.
We already did it, and you weren't here, so you missed it, and now you don't get to predict.
You know what's crazy? You were here. You just didn't see it. You full ass were one of the first people in here lighting up Vega for no reason.
You know what it's like coaching this man?
I can only imagine.
Jungler's standing on a ward. You're right here looking at him, and then you don't see him.
Vega is a good man. Leave him alone.
Minions have spawned.
Youngster Joey TV saying Dizzy Dave is why TV was created. Crazy full circle. Listen, let's be clear. How could we not acknowledge the titan of a human, Dizzy Dave, TikTok influencer? We don't plug a lot of things up here, but I mean, check out the guy on TikTok. He's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. I think, is it Dizzy Dave? Is his TikTok Dizzy Dave? I'm fine with giving this guy free publicity.
It might be his just name, I think.
Okay, well...
which I don't want to say his name because I don't know if that's
maybe
correct.
We'll clear this...
Guys,
let's clear...
there's a way to find out.
We'll clear this with him first, but if he is good with it, listen, go to his TikTok. It's fucking cool as hell. I'm sure he is.
I'll tell you right now, while we have the early game going on and you're doing a beautiful job, I will look this up.
Perfect. Our best minds are on this. Somebody says the cost of a Denny's franchise, $1.5 million? Okay.
Never mind, David. Never mind.
I think if we end up with 1.5 million, let's do this something.
How many people are in the low budget LCS Discord?
Not that, like 3,000. Not even. It's a lot.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Okay, I can't find it, but we'll ask Dave after this.
SNC Grim asked for a compliment. Boy, this isn't the early game. Normally, we're really in it on casting these early games, but we're just distracted central. We were talking about manga for like 10 minutes before the start of this too, so that's the headspace we're in right now.
Okay. Okay, we'll circle back here. Look, talking about Smolder top lane, does get the early push, which makes sense, right? It's ranged into melee, should have the early harass. The worry with this is the later in the game, right? Like when the Zac, as we see, who is passing top right now. Oh, this is the worry.
Speaking of, absolutely, camera cuts away, leads me to believe that they're going to live. I, of course, am worried about the fact that, okay, Smolder, God, Smolder is actually...
Flash there.
Flash does a lot of damage. Of course, Maokai made of wood. Smolder breathes fire.
This wave is at a really bad spot right now, too, and jungle is on the bot side of the map, but...
Yes, indeed. This gank coming off right here. Ducks going for this kill right here. The TF flashing forward, flashing away. That's going to be first blood going to the Xayah. And, you know, very slightly that Janna is going to survive here. Asparagus just slapping away, but good first kill from Needlessly Large Rods.
Yeah, good. They're punishing a little bit of over-aggression. Do respect the TF for going for the kill. Knows you're probably in a spot where you're not going to be able to punish that, but does go for it, try to get that gold back. Does get the sums completely off of Janna. No heal, no flash there. To see if they're able to punish that later, but in the top lane, Smolder's managed to keep the CS up. Zac really wants to punish that lack of flash, and we might see a return, but in mid lane, lots of trading too.
Yeah, Lurius using the last of their mana to dive forward, but speaking of diving forward, Flair's going to go forward, going to go right onto the Smolder, who's going to try to fly away. Zac definitely spending a lot of time up there. They want to punish this pick. It's unique, it's interesting. I got to say, weird often works in League of Legends, in my experience, and the team is responding to that. They don't want this weird matchup to play out in a way that is going to benefit Smolder.
Yeah, and a lot of times you're at the advantage when you're the team picking the weird thing, right? Because if you've practiced this, if you've played this in Flex or any of your scrims or things like that, you kind of have an idea of how it works and what it needs to succeed, whereas other teams more than likely are not scrimming against this, right? They're not practicing against this strategy. It's not something they really understand, like the win conditions for it or how they need to punish it exactly. So stuff like that can work. We do see early, big CS lead, does manage to get away with that first little bit with the flash. Zac returns to the bot side, will need to help his bot side out now. And on the top side now, a flashless Maokai, a lot less of a threat to that Smolder.
Yeah, for real. Smolder able to fly away, get some distance. I don't remember all the names of the abilities, but I know they're very cute, like, sentences, essentially.
I know the ult's like, hey, mom, or something like that.
Right. Yeah, it's like, mom. And then the big dragon comes and breathes fire. That's going to be fun to see.
One of my favorite audio cues in the game. The sound of the ult is awesome.
I'm excited to hear it while we're spectating, because whenever I'm playing against it, I'm running in terror, not really paying attention to what it's saying. Infernal Drake up for grabs right here. Neither jungler, I mean, Zac thinking about going, back up to that top side. Now, of course, in order to run for the grubberment, you gotta get some grubs. And
exactly.
They're going for it.
Yeah, and I do like this addition this season, having the grubs there, because it makes plays like this feel better, right? Where in previous seasons, you would kind of feel bad about ever, kind of going to top lane and helping. Now you have a little bit more incentive to be like, okay, I can give my top laner a little bit more attention. I can play a little bit more towards the top side. We do see the Maokai ult. We didn't get to see it, but the Maokai ult did go out there trying to make that play. Does buy some space, hopefully, for the grubs here. But now, you have the grubs on that side of the map. You don't have to feel as bad about letting, a gank go top lane. You do have an early objective you can take there. Will help you push. See Silas on a recent teleport back full mana, punishing that a little bit.
Absolutely. The other nice thing about this is now that grubs are here, you can make a play on the top side, but then dragon's available down there as well, which is exactly what NLR is doing. They're going to pivot, pick up this dragon as soon as they realize that they couldn't contest grubs, which I imagine is a little bit harder to do with Smolder at this exact moment. Hot damn level advantage there. But yeah, 3 grubs for a dragon.
I think you're okay with that as long as you're going to be able to push later, right? Which I do think is possible, especially on a team that has Twisted Fate, that you're going to have some times where you're able to hit towers. And so grubs can be a worthwhile investment, especially if you plan on playing towards the top side later. Meanwhile, the one dragon doesn't have a large impact immediately, but it does still feel good to pick up, kind of get that stacking going. Even if you're a team that wants to scale, it kind of gives you that extra 5 minutes that an enemy team won't be able to play around. We do see Wukong, though, back in the bot lane, clearing out some vision.
Yep, coming down, but look at this. We talked about angles, and here it is. Zac coming from behind, but Mom being called. Some damage coming through. A surprising amount from Smolder right here, but that's a low health bar, and I think these 2 tanks are going to be able to take them down. Smolder goes down in the very end. Cut down to a fight here in the bot lane. That was a great double spun from Asparagus. A great name, which I'm excited to say a lot more of.
That was beautiful. I liked that. We might have a look at a dive. I don't think they want to look at this with exhaust and both flashes up, depending on how low they get, but Malzahar going to get a little bit of harass here on the way back to mid. But yeah, just beautiful play top lane, punishing there. They knew they didn't have the flash, and first time doesn't work, second time doesn't work, go for the third gang. A bit of action bot lane here.
Yeah, just trying to find different angles there, and because they've got a Zac, they can do that. And I expect we're going to see a lot more of that now that they've found something that has worked. I mean, Zac's already up on that top side of the map. Wukong spending a lot of time down here, gonna go for it. That's the flash, ult, and Q onto Asparagus, who is able to get out of their nice little short tunnel. Gets himself through the tower just to safety there. That's gotta be a win for BYU right there. They got an ult and a summoner spell.
Yeah, I think you definitely take that. They get the ult and the flash. Janna ended up flashing there too, trying to get the tornado to chain the CC. Did you end up getting TO's flash also? So it depends on if they're able to return there. I think you would trade Wukong's flash for the bot lane flashes, depending on if you're able to punish that by the time the next objective is up. But for now, you know, it's a lot of push in bot lane. The TF and Bard probably feel okay about avoiding that initial punishment there. It's good trading.
Oh my god, Maokai doing a great job here. Smolder in a lot of trouble. That's a low health bar. One more auto does it, and there he is. CS Flare saying, I will not stand for this Smolder top lane.
Yeah, Smolder top lane, we talked about the one weakness it really has in these extended lanes is the fact that, you know, it is susceptible to getting CC'd, and it takes a while to run back to your tower there. And Maokai off to a 2-0 start, very strong now, and that's one of the tools we talked about. If they have a team that gets ahead early, they have a lot of tools to force engages, to force fights, and that's what we're seeing happening. No flash on the Smolder anymore after that kill, so we could see a return there.
Absolutely, and great composure from BYU. First blood obviously doesn't go their way, but they don't blink, and they just keep the plays coming and coming and coming. And Janna might be in a little bit of trouble here. Depends. Yep, Zac gonna charge up. There's the tornado, well placed. Stuffs that right away.
And people say you can't make big plays on enchanters.
Oh, Janna's a excellent refutation to that statement.
To be able to flash Janna ult somebody back into your team. What do we call it? An insec is a Lee Sin kick into your team. What is a
I don't know.
Janna ult?
Isn't that named after the guy who did it? Is
yeah,
that
insec,
the...
yeah, he was a Korean jungler. So maybe it wouldn't be a Mad Life, because Mad Life's a Blitzcrank player mostly.
There's someone. There's something
There's
there.
somebody out there. Somebody out there.
All right, Smolder getting back up there in the top lane. Real curious to see how this top lane continues to develop. You think Maokai is gonna build any differently or weirdly because they're against this Smolder, or is it just sort of like stay the course and eventually you're gonna come out on top?
I think you almost stay the course. One thing about Smolder is, even though we're talking about like the early lead, and it is great for Maokai and those things, but you're really paying attention to the stacks, right? And when you're playing against a Smolder, Smolder is pretty much playing to get those stacks. It's almost like one of the Aurelion Soul type champions, right?
Absolutely. Flare going in again onto this Smolder. Somebody just requested those stacks, but we'll have to save that for after the fight. Maokai ult goes through. Bard ult's going to connect with the Janna right there. That's going to be Mom coming through. That is a great audio cue. Wukong knocking up loads of people. There's the second charge of that. Healy Wheelie going quite low. So too will the Zac. The Zac's gonna go low, but they've got the passive coming right back up. And Asparagus buying so much time, they've actually got to run away. Smolder in some trouble. Asparagus says, I'm not done with you yet. You can't run away. And there's the damage coming through. Alorius looking quite low. The ticking damage. And there he is. Zac back from the dead. He's got the damage. The Bard here as well. But Smolder might turn this. Hold on a second. That's a low Asparagus. Oh my god. Ah! Smolder. So low. Zac actually forcing himself to run away. He's going to charge. He's going to go back in. Falls to the flame. Beautiful composure from Smolder.
Absolutely. And we come out of that fight 4-4 with the bot lane being pushed in the 2v1. There were only 3 players there for needlessly large rod. And the fight was that close. Absolutely crazy stuff there. Dizzy Dave getting gifted over a lot of plate gold in this bot side during that. The dragon is up, and there are still, I think, 1 grub left in the pit that looks like it's going to get picked up. But oh my goodness, if we... Smolder had to have gotten a lot of stacks off. That does get stacks off of hitting enemy champions with abilities there.
So we're at, I believe, 117 stacks for Smolder so far. 13 minutes in.
125 is the break point in which the Q, I believe, bounces.
Okay.
So then it becomes even easier to stack because then the Q bounces between people in fights. And 225, I believe, is the mini Elder Dragon execute.
Got you. Dragon. The icon's obviously wrong. That's not going to be another Infernal Dragon. Smolder's got to run away right here. CS Flare making it known you can't just walk up in lane.
See, it looks like there is action around the dragon. I do like this, going back, trying to force around this dragon. Wukong did pick up that last grub. They do have an idea that that's happening, which would make our teams 3 grubs and 1 dragon apiece.
Great. Perfectly tied.
Right back where we started.
Ain't nobody going to be mad about that. Hex Gates, I love it. I love Hex Gates in the game. I'm a big fan.
In my opinion.
100%. Just easier to move around, get back into the action. It was my favorite addition to ARAMs, and the fact that it's in the big map too. Happy as a clam about it.
I'm very proud. My headset died in the middle of when I was talking about Smolder stacks, and I managed to just keep talking.
What?
While plugging in my headset and turning it back on.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I have no idea if the chance is trying to interrupt me right now. But
no, beautiful. Wow, all right.
Like, I'm going to keep talking and acting like that is not happening.
Damn, dude. Way to peel back the curtain. I wish we had like a camera on that to see the we're actually gonna hex gate flank right here. Healy Wheelie gonna come in. That's the Q. Are we gonna get the ult? Yes, indeed. But Asparagus is gonna go through. That's gonna be a gold card landing onto Wukong. But the second charge, Asparagus still going to be able to get out of there. Alurius now up in the mix, a gold card, and now the Malzahar ult. So much CC suppression coming through. Alurius falls now 2 for nothing. Tar Heels. Oh, there's the flash. There's the Bard ult. Zaya goes up. She rips it back. Only stopping Flare for a second, though, as he goes in with his W. And it is just everybody from BYU down here in the bot lane, finally finding Dizzy Dave.
We talked about the comp. If they get any type of lead, they're able to just run over. We see it there. They just kind of roll over, hit all the keys on the keyboard, and keep running. They're able to pick up so many kills on that bot side. Beautiful job by the Bard, just surviving just long enough. The Malzahar ult being held until they can use it on the Silas. Their beautiful job, but Smolder does get time at the top. We do see the bounty now existing in that top lane. More stacks for the Smolder.
Oh, Healy Wheelie wants this. Weaving these autos in very well. There's another Q. Gonna pull off, but successfully gonna send that Malzahar back to base.
Yeah, they do get the bot turret during that, so that'll be some more gold infused to the BYU side there. Rift Herald is up. That should be the priority on the map now. See what they choose to do. Not a lot of ults up on BYU side, and they are a very ult-dependent comp. They want to have that Malzahar, they want to have that Maokai ult. They are coming up soon, so they may look at an angle of fighting around this once those are coming up.
Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of BYU walking up towards that Rift Herald. Zaya's down there in the bot lane. Smolder just poking.
The flap.
Using the flap. Somebody was super nice, and they posted the, who's that? Kabas! Oh, fuck, Kabas! What's up, dude?
Always here for us.
Oh, goddamn, Kabas. How's it going, man?
Looks like they're willing to trade the bot turret for this Rift Herald. Looks like their thought process is maybe the bot turret was going to go down anyways. We want to make a play opposite on the map. rotate. They do have the mid tower also very low. You always have to be careful. Now that grubs are involved, that true damage on the towers. Ooh, I love the Wukong coming through lane here in top lane. Oh. Well,
Just gonna take
looks like they let him know.
the
Just,
Maokai ult.
We get a piece of that. And I talked about it. The TF largely going to be hitting these towers in the game. They rotate the TF mid, picks up that tower. Good stuff there. And we do see the Frozen Heart. Frozen Heart, something I want to talk about for a second. We see Maokai first by this. I expect to see Zach probably not get this, but pretty much any tank champion now. We see Bard even has it now. It's so cost efficient. Right around 2,400 gold for the stats it gives. If you're any tank champion that can use it, it's honestly probably the best tank item in the game as far as like money efficiency.
Brejo, I see your message, and my solution is just to put my mic very far away from me. Let me know if that does the trick.
That's well, it's also because I scream a lot. So.
Excellent. Listen,
They're making a play bot lane.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. Maokai ult coming down here. No tower. Nice smite to get rid of the spell shield, but a flash is going to get Malzahar to safety here. Okay, nice. This did work. We found a medieval solution for this. Here, I'll move it even further away.
Dos Pesos, thank you so much. I love you, Dos.
Okay.
And Bio.
So 26 seconds until this next dragon comes up. We've got two teams pretty close together in gold, actually, right? Just about 1,500 separating the two teams. Uh-oh, about to run smack into each other right here. Asparagus frontlining. Asparagus, uh-oh, in a little bit of trouble here. They're going to capitalize. NLR finds a target. Asparagus not able to make it through the tunnel. The tunnel's not exactly very deep right there. Zach, we've got 1v1s happening all over the place. There's going to be the ult coming out from Malzahar, but the rest of the team is coming, and there it is! Oh, a taste of your own medicine. Dizzy Dave is going to pick up that kill, and they are going to turn onto this dragon and probably pick up their second one of the game.
Yeah, I really like that. They're making the play before the setup from BYU right there. Choosing to force the fight before they can get the Maokai down here, before they can get the setup they want around this dragon. And will we see the drive-by?
Oh!
Janna!
God. What a defensive play from that Janna. They knew exactly what they were doing when they picked that champion.
That was pretty amazing play out of the Janna there. It should lead to some priority on this mid lane as Malzahar is not spawned yet, just now coming out. He's going to TP mid. We'll be close on this tower.
Oh, he's still. We've all been there, teleporting to a tower that's going to fall in a very, very short amount of time.
Now, one thing now, though, is there are still tools out. Maokai still does have the ult. They still have the Bard ult. They have a lot of ranged engage. We'll see if they choose to use anything ahead of the next objective, which either will be a Baron or a Dragon. We're at the point in the game now where Baron is something that could be attacked. It is very fast. Baron take for BYU. Not extremely fast, I don't think, for needlessly large rod. Maybe I'm wrong there. We will see at some point in this game.
203 stacks for the Smolder right now.
Oh my.
Significant CS lead. 192 to 137, but they are going to find themselves in heaps of trouble if they triple dive that tower. But Healy, Wheelie, and Tar Heels are shortly behind here, in position to help out if need be, but also being flanked by the Bard and the Zac.
A lot of posturing on this top side of the map right now, and we do almost have the Smolder. On night old play onto Dizzy Dave.
Yes, indeed. Asparagus coming forward. The flash forward. There's the golden card. He's going to cleanse himself, but does he have the damage and just not able to cut through the TF right there?
And a lot used, and they do invest both sums out of the TF to get that, but also both sums of the ult invested by the Xayah, which is very important to have that Xayah ult for future fights. A little bit more trading in the mid lane. We're waiting to see. I'm sure they're waiting for Smolder to get to that 225 mark, be able to have the execute in these fights. And once that happens, we'll see Smolder grouping a lot more, looking to fight with teams. So far, their priority seems to be to keep Smolder in that side lane, get the farming, get the stacks up as fast as possible, and then look to make a play.
Yeah, they really want them to show up in this late game. All right, we've got a 3v1. Alurius grabbing the Maokai ult. When will they drop this ult right here? That's going to be them dashing forward, being suppressed, being exhausted, everything thrown at the target, and they take him down.
Yeah, unlucky. The bush is warded, so Bard's able to predict the dash there. We'll see if they choose to force anything. There's no teleport on site. They are TF ulting to the mid wave. The TF ult also gives vision of every other person on the map, so they know where the rotations are right now.
Yes.
Will they choose to start the Baron?
Such a strong tool in five play right here, right? Just being able to know what the other team is up to. Baron, of course, being burned down, getting down to around half health. Dizzy Dave walking up in the choke point. Tar Heels walking up, trying to hold the choke point. Healy Willy gonna go in. That's gonna get 3 members. Everybody getting mommed on right there, but a Maokai ult's gonna stop the backline in their tracks as Healy Wheely's doing their best to live for as long as they can. And a Bard ult tags 3 people, keeping the Zac alive. The Zac does go down, but they've got the passive being popped up. Dizzy Dave now has to cut through them. The Zac is killed in the end. It is a 2-for-0, and NLR show up, down kills, and are now turning their eyes to the Baron.
Yeah, this should be theirs. We do have Smolder online with the execute now, and the different Baron spawns make different map states, and that little choke right there, perfect for the Wukong Smolder ult to chew through the team, and they're able to beat them up. They're going to get that. They're going to base on the Baron and a lot of gold. Meanwhile, BYU had to figure out a way now to stall this game out, not let too much be taken by this Baron.
Yeah, absolutely. I do feel like BYU did have that revelation of saying, okay, oh wait, we are in a choke point right now, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but that felt like it was the first, like, 5v5 front-to-back fight that was just happening without some crazy angles with, you know, Bard and Zac, and just abilities got dumped into the pit, and you got results.
Yeah, a rule I always try to tell teams is, if you pick one person and you go for a Baron, it better be an important person, because Baron nowadays does enough damage to you, it's almost like a 5th person is there. So in a 4v5 at Baron, they get the correct ults on from NLR, and it doesn't matter that Silas isn't there, because the most important ults are the ones that are landing.
Absolutely true. Turret falls, but gold still very, very close. 1 dragon in favor of NLR, but the next one is spawning in just mere seconds, and NLR is poised to pick it up and move themselves to Soul Point.
Yeah, item breakpoints are going to be a big deal right now. We do see Smolder is 400 gold bounty with only 2 kills from just the farm is on the execute stacks now, and they are walking into vision here. Silas on the flank.
Oh, Illyrius not able to find a target just yet. There's Mom being called, but that's Silas falling quickly. There we go. Illyrius does fall in the end, and another suppression coming through. That's going to be another shutdown going, and now it's a 3v5, but that's the Zac falling in low health bars on the side of BYU. I do think NLR can do this. The execute coming through. We got to see if Malzahar is poppable, and they know they are, so they're just running away. Asparagus, of course, frontlining as always. That's the bravest Bard I've ever seen. Asparagus, really, this is why you need to eat your vegetables, to turn out like Asparagus on this, you know, 9,000 IQ support plays here. Oh, look at the play.
They have TPs.
Oh my god, yes they do. Teleports coming through. Malzahar just tossing some abilities over the fence. Dizzy Dave just throwing some Qs out, but it does look like BYU is going to use that TP advantage to get the inside track onto this dragon, which is down to half health right now, and Silas teleporting in is just going to rush towards it, but he's spotted on a ward, and there's just not enough time as it is tied up 2-2 when it comes to dragons.
Yeah, and good job by BYU. They essentially fog the Baron there. There's no play able to be made on towers with the Baron. They get it off some of the members there. They make them waste time around the dragon. There's a little bit left on it now. They may have an opportunity to do something, but they do even up the dragons in this game. 200 gold difference.
Absolutely, and the Baron. Oh, here we go. Bard angle, Asparagus going up, getting some CC alongside here, but Mom being called. Zac jumping in, Bard catching 3, and on the back line, the gold card and the Malzahar ult onto the Smolder. Flare goes over the wall as well. It's a 1-to-1 so far. Low health bars on Tar Heels, trying to get to the back line, but CS Flare just diving, trying to get this Janna, who's living by the skin of their teeth, but oh my god, eventually, people do have to die. There's Tar Heels. Illyrius might be not long for this world, and they fall too. Healy Wheely on the run, but the damage, oh, the damage is there from BYU, and that is a full-bodied Coriander ace.
It's an amazing call, and Peacedeal and Duxby, I think it's the name, both amazingly recognize the Smolder flies over the wall separate from their team, trying to get away and save themselves. Immediate flashes by both the Malzahar and the TF, locking down that Smolder, killing them before they have a chance to set up the executes. And that essentially wins the fight. The rest of the comp can't tank bust. They need Smolder to be able to burst through that Zac and the Maokai.
Yeah, hot damn, and they're just going to turn back, burn NLR's jungle to the ground, take every single thing they can. Just a huge play from BYU. They've got the gold lead now. They've got that global red buff as well. Wukong going to show up here. Find the Zac. They're just going to... Oh, that Q did not do a lot of damage to Zac.
2 ships passing in the night.
Yes, indeed. Oh, not quite the same, though. Oh, that was an important pickup. TF taken out of the picture. What can they do with TF down for 41 seconds here? Maybe pick this Bard. Asparagus. Here's the Bard ult. Ooh, got the... Very nice play from Flare here. They're going to catch Alurius underneath the tower, and let's see another Bard ult onto the backline. Zac's going to come through as well and get almost all 3 of them, but there we go. The Zaya using the ult. Archaic trying to get back to the tower. So much damage. Oh my god, Zac just disappears in a hail of feather fire. Zac being respawned, though. Can he get his passive off? He absolutely does. The turret. Oh, Malzahar just drops it. The turret on their side. Wait a second. What's going on here? It's the passive. Everything is happening, and the damage comes through. A quadra kill for Malzahar.
Oh my goodness, Malzahar just managed to Smolder steps 1 step too far forward, takes the tower out, and Malzahar seizes that opportunity, and using the space flu, bouncing from player to player to player. The tower, the best player for BYU right there, picking up 4 kills, and Malzahar claims the gold, a quadra now. That is going to be a very strong Malzahar, and we have 20 seconds on the Baron coming up.
Yes, we do.
What a game.
Oh, 2 junglers. Nice. Flashing emotes at each other. Just saying hi. Flare has been kind of popping off on this Maokai.
Split push Maokai too. This is the second tower. You don't normally see tank Maokai able to get side lane objectives like this, but very opportunistic when they're seeing opportunities to push waves and get these side lane objectives. And now, I mean, this game... Oh my goodness!
Healy wheelie. Nice! Using the clone to get out of there. Everyone living to see another day.
That looked very dangerous. But, you know, that's the most fun Hex game, right?
Absolutely. Listen, it's the nature of the gate, right? You hop in there, you don't know what's on the other side. Zac going for the engage. Healy Beely over the wall, turns back. They don't want that, not just yet.
It's going to be very tense right here. Also a dragon spawning in about 45 seconds here. Both teams kind of at that break point where the next fight feels like it could push the game in one direction very heavily. And I think we'll see BYU be more hesitant to start an objective after the last Baron.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw what happened. We saw what happened in that Baron fight, right? In that choke point right there. The last time NLR was allowed to drop all their ults. Obviously, they have more gold now. It's going to be more effective. Asparagus hunting does not find the Smolder. Let's check in with these stacks. Smolder at 340 stacks right now.
Very strong, very stacked up. Going to be dealing a lot of damage in this fight. Going to be a priority target for them to shut down. We do see Malzahar very pushed up top. Okay, he is going for the base here. Good call. Oh! This is very dangerous.
Directed camera. Just staring at the mid lane for a second.
Yeah, the rest of the team is on bot side of the map. We'll see if they choose to punish this. I imagine they will. Malzahar trying to slip out here. But the dragon is being done during this.
Yeah, they're just giving this up, and if they don't start Baron, this is just going to be Malzahar escapes.
Because, yeah, they do use the TF ult during that to spot everyone on the enemy team. They know where they were. TF escorting the bot wave in, the mid wave pushing itself with those super minions, and now they're in a great position for this Baron as NLR has to go back and clear some of these waves.
Yeah, they've got, BYU's definitely got the inside track here. They're going to push up, try to expand vision. They're going to put themselves in a place where they can, you know, bend back to Baron if they need to. Smolder's down there in the bot lane. They've got teleport up, so they can show up if something happens. Got Saprolings
Saprolings is such a good ability. Just get a little bit of vision, get a nice little buddy that's going to run out and slow people.
Yeah, I mean, as far as utility in a tank, Maokai's got to be one of the best, right? Massive engage ult that covers pretty much any objective you're doing. Can either force a team to kind of reposition or back off an objective, or engaging can come from weird angles. Well, great vision control here. They've essentially made it so dangerous for NLR to walk in here, but they are going to try to contest. It should be a pretty fast Baron.
Oh,
already down to 6K.
Look at that ult coming through. Here we go. They're going to go for it, but no steal comes through for Smolder. They get some damage. They're going to try and make something happen here. Lurius going to walk forward, get silenced. Oh, same with Healy Wheelie. Wow, great play from BYU.
Beautiful disengage. So coordinated on that. They burn the Baron so fast, but they do the baby steps, right? They push in, they remove all the vision out of that red side jungle. They ward it up themselves. They make it so dangerous for NLR to walk in there because you can't face check the Malzahar, the Maokai, all these champions, right? And you're kind of left in a lose-lose situation. Do you walk in and face check, or do you rush in there and try and stop them on the Baron? And beautiful job by BYU punishing there. They get the Baron. Now we'll see what they can do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. A powerful tool. Both teams having a chance with Baron at this point. Let's see, we've got them grouped up, marching down mid. We've got Malzahar pushing this bot lane, right? Trying to get another wave in place for them to be able to pivot over and take advantage of.
I do like this as the open inhib mid. They always have that threat to take that. And there's not a lot of free towers they can take on the map. This bot inner turret really is the last standing outside of the base tower. It will be the priority for them to take. Malzahar will pick that up, but it looks like a forced engage beforehand.
Yeah, okay, they actually do get the Zac. Now, they've found a tanky target. Now they've just got to capitalize. The damage coming through, a flash over the wall. Dizzy Dave actually flashing to the backline. Bard ult going through, and the teleport play, keeping the Zac alive. Very well done, and chaos ensues. Mom screaming down the choke point right here. That's going to be Tar Heels in trouble. We've got Malzahar ult in the backline. Look at those low health bars on the red side. NLR falling, and Peace Steel still lives. Oh, my goodness. But look at this. The dive on the other side was successful. Healy Wheelie and Silas coming back. Lurius and Wukong. Do they have the damage to take down the Maokai, who is going to go back in? And it looks like the answer is yes. Well done to both teams there. That was a very chaotic fight. Who do you think really came out on top there?
It's tough to say. I mean, every time the game extends, you do feel better about the Smolder's play, and Smolder barely lives in that fight. But they do take down the turret bot lane. The wave is able to crack the base and bot. And now you do have Soul in a minute and a half. There's no flash on the Smolder. There's no summoners on the Xayah. You have to feel pretty good about having engaged champions into that. There will be no flashes for this dragon fight.
And I gotta say, we're getting into the territory that all games are destined to get into if they go long, which is that you start to feel like the next fight's gonna win. The death timers are getting longer. The damage is there on both sides. And it just comes down to these really, really intense fights.
Malzahar's top. Now, it's important for BYU. This dragon is not a must-have, right?
Right.
This dragon is not soul for the other team. They snowball the top wave. They have a wave crashing mid. So they do have the map advantage right now.
God, I don't know why, but I am in love with Asparagus. They have just had so...
Peeking behind!
Oh, shit! It's coming in here! Maokai coming at an interesting angle.
Smolder
This team
TP.
all about angles, and here it is. The Bardolt goes down. CS Flare in the backline, knocking people up. Wukong doing everything they can to disrupt, but Malzahar ults the Malurius in trouble as well, and Flare still alive in the backline after their incredible flank. They've found the solution, and there it is. 4 members falling in the end. Oh, and Smolder here. Maybe they can do something. They've certainly got the damage. That's a low health Maokai.
Careful.
Hold on a second. Smolder, but they've got to defend base. They've got to do something. 4 members are down, and BYU is trying to capitalize. They've got a wave. Nothing super empowered, though. Inhibs will definitely fall, but will the towers? A teleport coming through from Smolder. They need to get under that tower to defend it. A Maokai ult being dropped as well. I feel like if anything connects with Flare, Flare's going to go down, but look at this. Zac says, I'm going to take the bullet. I'm going to get in there. And look at that. Flare still up. Oh, and there it is. Malzahar coming through. They've got the damage. Oh, do they, though? Smolder falls in the end, and finally BYU will take game 1 of this best of 3.
And that is why wave control matters. Beautiful setup in that late game for BYU. Controlling the waves, controlling vision, pushing in to force them to base and deal with it. And Smolder had to base to deal with those waves crashing top lane at the end there. Did not have TP available. And immediately they snap with a TP in for the Maokai and punish. BYU, amazing job in those late game fights.
Yeah, seriously. Very, very well played game there. To answer your question, yes, there are more games. That was game 1 of this best of 3. There's at least one more. But it is all going to come down to the players. And look at these guys on top of it already. Just sent you an invite, Vega.
I am here.
Perfect.
Give me 3 games of that. Holy.
Seriously, that really developed into a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're gotta say, right from the get-go, we saw what BYU was going to be up to, right? Just gank after gank after gank in the top lane. And it says a lot that they've got a team with communication where they can identify what they see as a weak point and just keep throwing different strategies at it. It took 3 ganks for them to get the first kill onto Smolder, and they finally figured it out, and they found their rhythm, and they fell into it, and that is about communication. But if there's one team I'm not worried about here, it's NLR. These are seasoned players. They've got great mental. They like playing together, and that's what game 2s are all about, right? What can you do with the lessons of game 1? How do you implement them? And if you're the team that lost, how do you buck up, switch up the strategy, and get your own motion? And if you're the team that won, how do you not let that go to your head? How do you close it out? And we're about to learn a lot about both of these teams.
Absolutely. We saw the back and forth. That game was all over the place. Both teams kind of ping-ponging the leads back to each other. Good play after good play. And that does lead to confidence, right? Especially when you lose a game like that. You know, sometimes you kick yourself because it was so close, but it's also a lot easier to say, hey, if we did 1 or 2 things different, that game goes a different way. And I think, especially when you're playing something like the Smolder top, you know, and you're really trying something out, you're playing something that's not meta, sometimes it's easy to be like, okay, we see that, maybe we need to do 1 or 2 things differently with the Smolder. Or maybe we need to, you know, try something else in the top lane that we're, you know, is more meta. Either way, it should be easy to look back at that game and see what they did wrong and fix it. And on the other side, if you're BYU, you're like, hey, we played our comp well. We played to our win conditions. There's a few things early game maybe where we gave up leads we shouldn't have. You know, if we can just clean that up, we're playing the late game extremely well. Looking forward, yeah. I mean, I think game 2s are the most important of any series because if a team just has a correct read in game 1, you really know in game 2, right? Because the team that lost, like if they adjust, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Well, this other team maybe just had an idea. Now they've like kind of solved what the other team was doing, and vice versa, right? Maybe that team just has, the team who won has a great read on the meta that the other teams haven't figured out yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just, it's sort of a separate thought, but I gotta say, play of the game. I mean, that CS Flare, that TP play, I mean, that brought them the W, right? Like that flank was beautiful. And we spent this whole game seeing, Asparagus and Arakite on the Zac and the Bard, finding these really interesting angles. And then, you know, it was the sturdy, loyal Redwood tree up in the top lane who actually came with the most important angle of the entire game. Beautiful flank, beautiful Maokai ult, and just tied up the backline in knots for that entire fight.
Absolutely. And I wonder, we'll see big adjustments in the draft. We do see the same sides coming out. NLR choosing to remain on that red side. BYU so far same bans. It looks like no changes, I believe, on the side of NLR. Also taking a second to deliberate on this 3rd ban. I would expect to see the Maokai again if you're BYU. It worked the first game. Seemed very comfortable there. We don't even know if it's a flex yet, right? We know it went top last game, but we don't know if it's possible for that to be played somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
The question will be, I would like to see NLR go to something that's a little bit more tank buster. You know, in the bot lane, the Zaya's good, but a lot of times, even if she gets to safety, it can be hard for Zaya to punch through those big frontliners like Zac and Maokai.
Right.
I'd like to see something a little bit more tank bustery, or maybe they find that somewhere else, right? Maybe they played something mid lane or in the jungle that's a little bit better against those. We do see the Tristana hover. Do love the aggression that Tristana brings. The tower taking, the ability to snowball. See what they choose to do to pair that up with. It could be mid lane also. Tristana very popular in mid as in addition to bot lane. I would even say that Tristana is probably more popular in mid now than bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, welcome! You came because of the stream title. What is this gold? With a low budget LCS, and we're so happy you finally found us. We've been waiting for you. We've been looking, we've been wandering the streets in the middle of the night, just sort of wistfully staring out, looking into the sea. And you found us now. So our narrative arc is complete. Honestly, kind of a bummer, but what can you do? Xayah coming back.
I like the Tristana and the Wukong picked up for NLR. Now the Xayah for BYU, they're kind of taking the safety AD carry, the punish, the aggression, the Wukong. They're breaking up the red accented champions. I guess Tristana has I never really noticed she has a red armband.
Oh yeah. Kind of a globe. Oh, a Jax being floated here.
Now, Maokai was top lane. Oh, okay. Now we're looking back at the Zac. Considering it again, I did like that a lot. Zac very strong, and there it is. Zac Maokai again.
It was good. Naked Waffles wants to know what ELO are the commentators. I'm gonna be real. No one's fucking asked us that before.
Yeah, I've actually never. Maybe a long time ago, I've never been asked.
I've never been asked that. Well,
Grandmaster, obviously.
Of course, I'm Grandmaster. I'm actually Mr. Riot himself.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Riot.
No, I'm Gold 4. Oh, we should have led with you. We should have led with you. God damn it. All right, what rank are you, Vega?
I'm currently Diamond 4.
Diamond 4. How high have you gotten?
I'm normally master, so I'm normally in master. I'm hard stuck masters.
I got to Plat 4 3 years ago, and then I was like, well, that was pretty hard. I'm just gonna have fun in gold. But that's what we are. We're gold Smurfs. Sean the First gets it.
I played 5 games this season, and I feel like it's been enough.
I'm on a team. I'm practicing. I'm out there.
I will say this. I played 45 flex games.
Dude, fuck yes.
I have been only because, some random person who I don't even know in my Twitch chat was like, why are you silver and flex if you're masters and solo queue? So it's like my mission. I'm already almost
flip the script.
Flex. I am just grinding flex queue now.
Oh shit, I love that.
It's harder because flex queue normally is my place to play with my friends on a Saturday night, have a couple of drinks, and we all pick Phil, and then we just play.
Oh yeah, you gotta Phil boys. If you're playing flex, you gotta Phil boys for sure.
We call it friendship queue.
Oh, that's so good.
Your friendship when your friend who play support gets top lane, and they're like, "What do I play?"
I heard friendship queue and I was like, that's so sweet. That's so adorable. Because it tests your friendship.
We do have a way.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I want to say, Captain Flowers, who I'm a humongous fan of, made one of my favorite calls, maybe in League of Legends history, last week in the LCS. There was a Hui who got a triple kill in a fight, and he said, Hui paints a masterpiece.
Oh, shit, that's good.
That is so good. That is such a good call. Hold on. A Shin.
Ooh.
Which means
one
of the champions is going somewhere fun.
A mystery. A mystery is afoot.
Something is happening.
We're gonna fucking find out what's going on here.
Where's he going?
It's a. Sorry. I like that Gwen. I like that.
Speaking of tank busting, one of the best champions at busting tanks. Gwen does an amazing job. Snipping up side laners.
Quick, get out your book of hair-related comments for this next game, and we'll make some.
Maokai a fade in the top lane.
Fuck, that's good. By the way, dude, we gotta straight up steal that call about Hui. We gotta use that.
Painting a masterpiece, it's so good,
dude.
It's just so good.
Okay, let's each try and work that in.
Think about it. Yeah,
this
I'm gonna think about doing it.
blatant theft.
Okay, while we have a second here before draft starts and we'll break it down. What is your favorite call that you made last season?
Oh, fuck. I can't even remember.
I know what mine is.
I honestly can't remember most of the things that I say up here.
You do a lot of good ones, which is fair.
Thanks, man.
I have a nugget every now and then I latch onto it because I'm like, that was good. You know, normally I don't have one, but that one was good. I had one where foreign guy was like split pushing bot and he got like collapsed on, and I said foreign guy in a foreign place with no passport, and I was like, that's a good call.
Yes.
I was like, that's a good call.
Yes. I actually remember that.
Yeah, but you do a bunch, so it's like it's harder to pick yours because like you do one every stream.
My calls are more like loose word association. I think I was just shouting like "eat your vegetables" because the guy's name is Asparagus last game, and that's about the level of depth you're gonna get from LeChance. Listen. What was I trying to do? My brain stopped working. I was really quickly just going. Oh, by the way, I'm saying this out loud now because Dove Deodorant didn't do it last time. The predictions are live. If you don't bet your hard-earned schmeckles on this goddamn game, it's your fucking fault. Okay? We've done our due diligence.
Yeah. You tell him.
We're really gonna it's game 2. Okay? Game 1, now we're locked in. Bear! Barty! What's up, Barty, baby?
Barty.
Score is 1-0. BYU. Took it. I'm also going to take this moment. I'm going to take this moment to thank the good new investors of the low budget LCS. And we got to say here, let's start with Camus was one of these new investors. We look forward to seeing you at the board meetings. Of course, followed shortly behind by Gross Mente. Gross Mente. Disgusting. Red O Running. Also one of the newest investors, followed up by one of my new favorite names, Sprite Melody. My favorite soda and a song. Isn't that nice? What's your favorite soda?
Cheerwine. I'm a Southern boy. Cheerwine.
Fuck yes.
Has a line right in. I have distinct memories of before my parents had a home computer. My uncle, who lived across the field because I grew up on a farm, had a computer, and I played Age of Empires 1 there.
Oh yes.
And
dude.
he always had Cheerwine. So there's like a weird nostalgia connection between Cheerwine and like getting into RTSs.
Oh my god. Age of Empires. So good. So good. Naked Waffles. Oh my god, thank you for being one of the newest investors in the low budget LCS. You were saying some very nice things. We appreciate you. We're so glad you found us. And of course, Astro Nautilus TX. The Nautilus from that's probably the Astros are a baseball team in Texas, yes? Yeah. Okay. What are they? Dallas? Houston?
Houston Astros.
Houston, 100%
Right?
Houston
Is that
Astros.
right?
That's
Is that
right.
right?
That's right for sure. I've got a buddy from Houston who would light me up for not remembering that.
Yeah, Dove is from Houston. He probably would yell at me also for that.
All right, that's fair. I hope Dove shows up and is like, I hope I didn't vote, and then we can yell at them.
What's your? Oh, he did vote. Okay, he did.
What? I heard my name. Nothing, Dove.
He
Nothing.
wasn't listening. He did bet, but he was not listening.
Nothing, Dove. We weren't talking about you, man. Go back to whatever you're doing.
Just go do whatever you're doing. He's playing Helldivers, I think.
Oh, fuck yeah. Helldivers 2. I'm going to play it maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday.
So fun.
I'm so excited.
I was not prepared because I was kind of like, oh, okay, it'll be cool. But once you're in it, it's crazy.
I was a real big fan of the first game. And, yeah. Yeah. They got me.
Into all the TikTok stuff now, where like all my whole like TikTok algorithm is people talking about like today we took back this planet, but we lost so many others at this place. And I'm like, I gotta go there tomorrow. I guess like that's just the way it is.
It really like it it helps me. I just watch the videos, and I'm just gonna role play as like an Astra Militarum soldier in Warhammer 40k. I love it.
That's amazing.
Raves56 says I put all my poor schmeckles on BYU. I mean, if you did that last game, you won money.
I did, and here's a tip for you: always bet the under.
Yes. Yeah. How rich are you right now?
16K.
Oh my
And
God.
I would tell you, you just keep maxing it out on the under.
You know, every
Yeah,
other
yeah.
season I've been like, don't do that. I'm on your side now. Max out the under,
There
always.
was a point last season where I got up to like 30K and then lost it all. Because my other rule was if one of your teams that you're coaching is playing, always bet on the other team. Because either you lose the game and you're sad because you lost, but you won a bunch of points to offset your sadness, or vice versa. If you win the game, you're like, oh, well, we won. I don't care about the points.
I do actually remember you saying this, and it's very sound advice.
I lost 30K.
Well, yeah, but you won the game, and that's beautiful. And
Yeah, that's
you
the point,
earned
right?
that. Rave says, no longer rich. Poured everything back in. Hell yeah. That's what we like to hear.
Beautiful.
Keep investing those schmeckles.
You'll Be Mars says, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Oh, what a question. That's a good one. It's my favorite Taylor Swift song. God damn it, I heard it.
I heard it too.
Son of a
I didn't even
bitch.
have it up at the moment, but I heard it happen.
All right, let me go live again with that. Boop 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 boop.
Favorite Taylor Swift.
I'm bad with names. So I like her music, but I don't have. I mean, 22. I've definitely.
Yeah, my problem is like I know stuff, but then when I look it up, I'm like, oh, that was like 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Hey, you remember last month? Wait, was it last Monday or was it just this stream where somebody said my favorite boomers? I don't know. Someone
I
was.
think it's happened.
Yeah. Someone was really going at us. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying, we've got feelings up here. Oh shit, asparagus.
Oh.
Hey, maybe we should talk
Speaking
about
of
this game at
Malachi
all. We didn't.
Malachi.
No asparagus. Get out of there!
Please.
Oh shit! Fuck! Good flash over the wall. Asparagus lit. I'm biased
flash,
towards
good flash.
asparagus. I want that guy to do well. Okay, Gwen running away.
Not the same danger.
No.
But flash out on the Maokai may be punishable. They do have the Rail Heptatana, very hyper aggro. But you see pretty different comps in this game. The Silas flipping sides here.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the Zaya, the Maokai now in the bot lane will be more available for those early dragon fights. They do not have the Smolder, not the infinite stacking on the other side. But Hui, personal opinion, Hui into Silas, not a very fun Silas matchup. Silas does have some good ults he can take in this game. But the matchup, Hui has a lot of harass tools, has a lot of ways to punish melee mid laners. And Hui really excels when there's not point-and-click stuff to go on him. We could see the Zac and Maokai being a problem later in the game for that. We'll have to see. But early laning, Silas gonna have to just try and stay healthy and get CS where they can.
Absolutely. There's a lot that I like about these compositions. There's a lot of fun champions in this game right here. I like. Oh wow, I feel like that was a pretty big chunk there. Gwen, of course, as you said, huge tank busting. I just learned how to play Gwen. Okay, we got the level 2. Tar Heels, Dizzy Dave do walk up. That's the sign of a bot laning coordination, right? They are talking. They got that level 2 and they started running right at their face. But Asparagus and Duvi got themselves back in a tower. It's got to be Duvi, right? It's like the French.
Is that an E? Okay. Yeah, that is. It's got to be, right?
Is it like a silent C, potentially?
Maybe.
Who knows? Do we have any French speakers? We actually do have a lot of French Canadians in this community.
Je m'appelle Jérôme. Et toi?
Ah, mon ami. Congratulations to Jonah15, newest investor in the low-budget LCS. Happy to have you here. We will see you at the board meetings in Vermont at the Denny's. You got to go around back. Oh, shit! A fight breaking out. Illyrius in a little bit of trouble right here. Is going to survive that onslaught, though, just in time for Jake of Bacon to be the newest investor in the low-budget LCS. Appreciate you, Jake, and the bacon that you will be bringing to said board meetings. Zach, on the other side. Ships in the night. They could kiss over that wall. Beastiel gonna get away back over the charge up from Zach. And there it is. The flash from Illyrius. He knows he needs to do it. And he did.
One flash begets another. So both mid laners escaping with their flashes blown. I do say that does favor the Sylas.
Oh, what a good E. Illyrius fearing Sylas away. God, I love Hui. Nice, some CC coming in here.
I do like Hui, because whatever really you want your mid laner to do, Hui is very good at doing. A little bit of trading here.
Nice, good smite from the Zach there.
Good smite. I'm actually surprised, because normally you can hold the Q as Wukong and do the kind of Q smite thing. It's very hard for other junglers to match that damage, but Zach just does enough, like bouncing it back and forth to make that hard to do there for Wukong. Very good job, but also a good effort from Wukong, right? You don't have a lot going on the map right now. Might as well try to do something cheeky while your bot lane has a push.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, at a certain point, it's just worth it to take some chances.
We have to keep our eyes on Shin watch this game. Shin ult is available. Where will Shin go? I'm guessing probably gonna see a bot lane play.
Oh, Illyrius, you cheeky little minx, knows exactly what they're doing, queuing up what I believe is the EQ combination on Hui to send. Oh, okay. Oh, he had it again that time, dude. What is that? Fucking 4 in a row, Illyrius.
Yeah, well, wow. We said it's not a very fun Sylas matchup.
You were absolutely right.
A little bit of what I was alluding to. It can be hard to make that work. Now, if you work in conjunction with your jungler, sometimes you can get around that. Obviously, if you and Zach are both trying to force that engage at the same time. But using that bot prio and the health pool that is in mid lane to get this first dragon, very good play. It is looking like it's going to be traded out for the Grubbidubs on the top side.
Yes, welcoming in a new form of grubberment. A term that I promised I would use more, and I'm very happy to. That's the dragon going over.
That's the first time I've heard that.
The grubberment?
The grubberment.
Yeah,
Grubbidub-dubbing.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Taking a bath with some Grubbidub-dubs? I don't know.
I liked it, personally.
The world at large is still coming together with the best grub calls.
Every time I hear World at Large, I think of that, what band is that has that song?
I don't know, but I'm curious.
Give me 1 second.
Take your time. Wave getting pushed in.
Modest Mouse.
Oh. I've definitely listened to some. Again, bad with song names and band names. I like music. I just don't know where to get the things that I enjoy.
I don't know who they are or what it is that they're singing.
Yeah, just you know, I'm blind over here, but that's okay.
I would say so far this is pretty good for Shin. Shin wants to, as long as Shin can keep farm up in side lanes, not get too heavily traded onto it. The play is low, so Gwen is doing her job of putting pressure here. But as long as Shin doesn't fall too far behind, that's the advantage, right? Shin's, you know, he's like a Hell's Angel. He could be anywhere in 6 hours. Including your bot lane with his ult. But as long as he's not losing the 1v1, it's a really good advantage for him.
Yeah.
That may be too old of a reference to make a Hell's Angels reference.
No, I honestly really liked it. I was full. Oh, hold on a second. We got ult being dropped. Where's the third charge? It's going to come through. Flair in some trouble, but a great flash right there. Flair keeping himself alive. Of course, Flair on the Maokai in game 1. Star-studded player. We know they've got the skills, so no surprise they're able to survive with that flash.
It was almost a caster curse.
That's true. Yeah, willing.
Flair up and immediately almost gets all in to die.
Willing his death into existence. Oh, there's the ult being traded. B-Steel, though, Healy Wheelie, really biding their time. Well done. But B-Steel could sense something was amiss. No, I really liked your reference. I just realized that somebody in the chat is called Tinky Winky the Sex God. And I was just like, wow.
Oh my gosh. You
That's
know how
a
I
great...
read that?
How?
Tinky Winky these ex god.
Yeah. All right. Nice. My eyes would also be drawn to that as well. The name is in there.
It's like, I wonder what that means. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, there's a little story in the name. It's beautiful in its own way. I like this. I like this Shen for multiple reasons. Jeff okayed it. What can we say? Oh, here we go. Nice dash there. The Gwen with the ghost. Absolutely dip ducking and dodging all around. There's the charge up on the Q. And wow, this really has turned in favor of NLR. Zach's coming back with a passive. Oh, they've split off. There it is. First blood. Flashing, getting the second blood as well. Nice. These plates going down. Dizzy Dave able to jump away. I love this Tristana pick for him. He's up in CS. They're getting plates. Things are really going NLR's way.
Yeah, very proactive early game. And one thing I like to counter gank top. A lot of times you want to make a play towards the Shin lane because it's very hard for Shin to abuse his strength then, right? His strength is being able to go around the map. And if the plays are going towards the Shin, his ult doesn't really do much, right? He doesn't really have the tools that other champions would have in a 1v1, in a 2v2 in his own lane there. And you get the Zac passive. Zac not level 6 yet. Wukong did have that level 6 off of the blue buff on the top side. Zac was denied that, so good job by NLR there punishing. Meanwhile, all the action in the top lane means bot lane has that freedom to push, right? They've got the plate. They're able to punish here. Very good stuff for NLR early in this game. About a 2.5k gold lead.
Yeah, not bad. We really didn't see that. In game one, Healy Wheelie angling to get those grub. Wait, did they already get? God.
Grubs one went over to BYU when the dragon was being taken.
Got you.
Remember,
okay.
we said grub a dub dub during it.
We did. Okay, excellent, perfect. That's how we're going to remember these things. But it does look like they're gonna get all three of these potentially uncontested. They're happy to just have it at 3-3, and they don't feel like they can fight right now, is what it seems.
Yeah, and I think a lot of teams are leading into doing this, mostly just because at this point you're both like, okay, we are on equal footing. It's not worth throwing the game over, forcing a fight around second grubs if you already have 3. And also the advantage of having a 6-0 is nice, but it's definitely not worth the risk, right? We do see 2 plates do go back onto the Xayah, though. That is big. Xayah will be a large portion of the damage on the team. All the range damage.
Again, Illyria's really doing it up here. Here we go, responding. That's going to be a lot of damage coming through. The Silas does fall. Asparagus coming up. Going to lock just one member up. And more poke from that Hui. Illyria's really showing us he's got the skills to pilot this champion.
Yeah, the Hui. Very impactful here, denying the engage again. I see the idea that Silas gets the Wukong ult. They think they'll be able to burst it out, but Healy Wheelie just in the right spots all game. Both big gank plays that have happened, Wukong has been there to counter gank both of them. Very nice. We just see second dragon going over there, along with the gold lead that is there. Xayah did roll up to try and help with that, so did not get the push in bot lane. And we have yet to see the Shin ult have the impact yet. We'll see when that gets used. It's very difficult because if your wave's not in a good state top lane, a little bit of trading here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just the, the damage that comes out of that Gwen right there. It's gonna become a nightmare.
Absolutely. And what I'm saying is if your wave's not in position top lane for you to ult away, a lot of times you're not able to just snap a Shin ult, right? Because if you're getting pushed in and you ult away, Gwen is just going to take that tower. And then any gold you would have gotten off a fight, you're going to lose anyways in pressure in the side lane.
My brain short-circuited. I thought that Healy Wheelie was in the enemy's jungle. He is, in fact, in his own jungle. There were just so many members of BYU in it that I thought that it belonged to them.
That's fair.
Yeah, right?
In there.
Asparagus has been doing a great job poking, the Maokai support thing, right? You just have saplings in every bush. You've only got 4 bushes that you care about, and you just make sure that they are stacked up.
It is a nightmare to play against. So much vision given. You're building a lot more CDR on the support version of Maokai. You're getting a lot more. You're focusing a lot more on getting the saplings out as opposed to what you would do in the top lane. And I think right now for BYU, you're playing the stall game, right? You want to get this Zion to an item. You need Silas to get to an item. You want to be in a position of power to where you can kind of abuse dive, and another Healy Wheelie hanging out here just in case there's any aggression by the Silas they can punish. Doesn't have flash, so always available.
Yes, indeed. Illustrious. Oh, okay. Just going to fire the ult off, but he doesn't know this is actually a 2v1 right here. He's got a lot of damage, but isn't enough to keep himself alive as Healy Wheelie shows up and tries to help his friend out. And here is the first Shen ult coming through, and BYU strikes back, finding 2 kills in the mid lane.
We talked about it. There's the top tower, though. Gwyn immediately taking that top tower. How much can they get off the other side? It's going to be a TP mid from the Gwyn to save that. They get 1 plate. See what they can get off the map there. But I love the punish. This time they say, you know what? We're not just going to go for the 2v2. We're going to invest all of our tools into this. They get the kill on mid. They get the kill on jungle. Gold much needed over to them there. Looks like they're going to look at the Rift Herald off that.
Nice, not a bad play. BYU finding success, and we're seeing this that game 1 BYU coming in as they start to make play after play and find an angle for something to happen. They get this Rift Herald. What lane are they going to drop this in, do you think?
Normally you like to see teams kind of break the mid lane with it, especially when you have a comp that's kind of good at getting picks, much like the Maokai Zac is. When that mid turns down, it kind of opens the map up a little bit more. We do see another tower go down there in the bot lane. Very good job. This Tristana Gwyn comp just so good at pushing towers. Right now, I think if you're BYU, you want to almost slow the game down a little bit, right? You want to start getting a little bit more into farming, you know, being able to get some of these items like we talked about before finished. There's a row on the mid lane. We'll take some time to stack that up. But the third dragon is 1.5 minutes away, and I'm curious what BYU opts to do there. They do have item on their Xayah now. Is going to be stronger. Waiting on Shin to get that first item. That is, I think, going to be a very pivotal point in this game.
Absolutely. Now, we've got about a minute till this next dragon comes up here. Vision being cleared out. This is where both teams are going to show up, start jockeying for position. Illustrious showing us they know everything about this Hui from tip top. We've got a call locked in for when this Hui pops off. We really want to use it.
All right, we'll see what we have it ready. We're completely ready to make that call when it's time. See what they choose to do here. Shin is in the top lane. That Shin ult is not available yet, so it should be available by the time the dragon spawns, based on my ability to look at that ticking clock that is his ult and estimate the seconds remaining.
Okay, here we go. 14 seconds. We see NLR contracting around this dragon. They've got a pink in it. Healy Wheelie over the wall. They can dash right over. Asparagus going to clear some wards, toss a sapling in there. Oh, actually, very nice. They were able to pull that sapling out. They can kind of start this on their own terms. And there's the Rift Herald. This is the play. Absolutely. Nice. They're going to go for the charge. And honestly, maybe just giving this up. Will they go for the fight? Okay, yeah, actually, Maokai's going to drop it. They get the front line here. Healy Wheelie in a lot of trouble is going to use his clone, but the blue team steals it! And there it is, the Zac earning their keep as they dive back into the back lane. And there we go, Silas as well. Dizzy Dave flashing wave, but being pulled towards the Zac too. Beast Steel going quite low. And they've got to burst through this Zac's passive. They've got to kill him. They do, and now they turn their sights back to the front line. Dizzy Dave is going to W forward. Asparagus, the next to fall, resetting the jump, and the fight continues as CS Flare is the next target. And we have got 4 for 0. The dragon gets stolen, but Vega, was it worth it?
I gotta say no. I mean, BYU gets the prize in the dragon, but I think NLR will take those kills all day. They're still up 2-1 in dragons. They get a ton of gold there. Absolutely. Back into that fight. The Xayah versus Wukong 1v1 was absolutely insane. TB is going to invest in by Silas there. Should be able to maybe save this mid tower. Will he look for a fight? just fishing a little bit for the hook there. Not gonna get it, but oh my goodness, what a fight. So many health bars getting so low, but the Gwen damage across all 4 people. She's 3-0 and 2. She's extremely farmed. Now on 2 items. Not gonna be a fun time in the side lane for Shin, but they do get the dragon. They do give themselves a few more minutes of, respite for that dragon, stacking more time to get items. But man, NLR really in the driver's seat right now for this game.
Yeah, and I gotta say that was a great team fight from BYU. I think we saw their team fight executed in one of its most ideal forms, right? The Disruptors did find their way to the back line. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to kill Dizzy Dave, right? We had both Zach and Silas find their way into the back line. But it's just not there yet, so they do have to keep buying time, and Gwen is such a monster, and once Tristana starts getting resets, you just know that you are in big trouble. A minute till this Baron comes up, vision being cleared out by NLR. Even if you're not going to rush it, you want to be able to threaten it. You want to be able to push your opponent into a position where they have to do something they're uncomfortable with, and walking into no vision is one of those things.
Absolutely. And we saw last game that BYU played exceptionally well around those late game objectives, right? Prepping waves, putting them in. But they were in an advantage last game at that point. They had the pushing waves, etc. We'll see what they choose to do this game in the opposite sense. NLR has the priority in the side lanes, right? They have the early towers. They have the side lanes that can push. And as we see, deal some damage in the 1v1s there. So I believe this mid tower not long for the world.
Yeah, that's definitely going to fall. God, Illyrius is really nailing these, I want to say, QWs. That long-range ability.
Is what that is.
Just doing an all-around pretty good job here. Gwen's going to be alone in this bottom lane, and I see 3 portraits walking towards that side lane, but she will back off. Baron being pinged. They could just go for it.
Absolutely, and there no TP right now on the Silas, who is matching the Gwen in the bot lane, who does have it, and it is the Baron started up here.
Yes.
Maokai and Zach coming out of base.
Now, Flare could spot it out, but obviously that's the Shen. They've got the teleport. They've got the ult that can bring them anywhere.
They don't know.
This is a slow Baron, though. This is a really slow Baron. There's still time, but Flare's just not going to walk that way. Illyrius, don't show your hand, my man. He's going to walk up. Oh, flash the question mark. There it is.
And we know why now.
Yeah, it was a hint of what was to come.
Yeah, big gold lead opened up now for NLR. They are in the driver's seat. 1 minute until the dragon. I imagine if you're on the side of BYU, you've got to be willing to let this dragon go. A fight right now against a Baron up team on those big gold buys. Probably not advantageous. Maybe if you're able to set up and get a pick beforehand, but lots of poke out of that way right now.
Absolutely. He's going to go for the steal. Not able to get it. I think a QQ would have done better in that situation. I'm just showing that I've played a couple games of Way.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Because for some of us, myself included, I have no idea what they do.
Oh, we got the long lane and the Gwen exactly where they want to be. I believe we've got one more charge of the ult, but it doesn't even matter. That is going to be the end of the Shen. And we're trying to get a pick onto Asparagus here. But NLR just choking them out so far. We've got, what, 5,000, 7,000 gold lead right here as they start their third dragon. Zach stole the last one. Can they steal this one? Look at that. That was just an ult from the Hui there. Arachite thinking about doing something about this. B-Steal, we've got the 1v1, but you just can't stop this Gwen, and that is gonna be that. He dives in for the steal, but it's not enough. The smite not hitting when they wanted to, and now jumping in, flashing over walls. Zach is making a run for it, but God! One by one, they are cut down as Gwen proves unstoppable in that lane.
Yeah, Gwen extremely strong in this side lane, and honestly, the pressure of the Gwen making it so hard to play. Shin does great things at ulting into fights, but Gwen really loves playing against those tanky side laners, and she's gonna look at the 2v1.
Yes, she will. Exhausted, though. Maybe that doesn't matter. Even with the rest of the team showing up, I still think she was going to win that one. Felt like she could dive under turret, too. And Tizzy Dave even able to 1v1 against this Zac here. God, they're getting everything they want.
Yeah, it's just snowballing all around the map. The mid also going down. Hui and Wukong there crashing that in. There is a TP on the Gwen if she chooses, and there it is, rejoining in the bot lane.
Yes, indeed. The teleport back in. Gwen, gonna dive forward. The base in shambles, or to steal Kabos's call, Gwen is giving blue team's base a makeover. Kabos gets all the credit for that. Well done. Here we go. The dive into the backline. Maokai dropping the ult as well. Dizzy Dave repositioning back behind into the lane right there. And just autos raining down onto the Zac. But look at Fail Asian diving in. Beasteel goes golden. This Gwen is dealing so much damage. And when the smoke clears, all of NLR lives. And they are going to push into this base and bring us to a game 3.
Absolutely beautiful Gwen game here. 9-0-5, 250 CS, and snipping the Nexus for a win.
Oh, we never got to use that Hui call, but that's all right.
We just had to find an equally good sounding Gwen call.
We're gonna do it. We're really gonna do it. Trust us.
I believe in us.
Oh my God. Incredible game here. Just going to peek at the damage charge. Yep. Gwen topping it. Illuриus on that Hui. Honestly, not that close behind, but you see the kind of smoke we are working with. Oh, Vega, let me get you in here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Excellent. My goodness. And just like that, it's become late night, low budget LCS as we approach ever closer to the witching hour. Is the witching hour midnight or is it like 4 a.m.?
The witching hour is 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Okay.
I think.
All right. Well, if this stream goes till the witching hour, something has gone either very wrong or very right. Hot damn. All right, these guys are on top of it. These guys.
They're doing this to me. I said, can we not talk about that? Is everyone in our game, or are a lot of people from North Carolina?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because it is a weird thing that like you meet a lot of people in esports from North Carolina, and it's weird. It's like a random thing. Like I know Inero, was the general manager of Golden Guardians.
Oh shit!
He's from North Carolina. He's from the same city I'm from.
God damn.
And that was a random thing to like find out. And now like people talking about the Panthers, like no one cares about the Panthers except for people from North Carolina.
That's a football team?
Yes, a terrible one.
Oh shit.
An awful one. An absolutely maybe the worst football team ever.
God, you got to talk to Zodiac knows a lot about sports. They could really contribute to this. I don't know a lot about football. Although I was in Kansas City 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, so that counts.
That's pretty awesome. My girlfriend says it's an endearing trait that I root for sports teams that never have any success and don't get angry.
Aw. All right.
I was like, well, they've never been good, so I can't really get angry. Whenever they are even decent.
Right.
It is nice. We do have a side swap here.
We do. These guys are forcing me to move logos around. It's super fucked up of them.
You almost got out of it.
I almost got out of it. Of course, choosing the outcome. Needlessly large rods. Won that one. Enjoy your schmeckles. Also, thank you all so much for the newest investor to low budget LCS, Baron Dino. Thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you as you join us rolling into A sleepy game 3.
Sleepy game 3.
What will
Hold
happen?
on 1 second. I'm gonna take a hoodie off because it's starting to get warm from all these spicy games.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I might have to open a window in a second here. Drosimo said, when is the bitching hour? It's 2 p.m.
It's 2 p.m. Yeah.
Now you know. Now you know. Is Kentucky, North Carolina? Oh, okay, all right. They're having a conversation. I'm just seeing states, and I'm like, what's going on here? Kentucky is in North Carolina. That's true.
Yeah, pretty much. Kentucky Fried Chicken is in North Carolina.
Oh, that is true. That is very true. Another Mr. Elias. You guys know sports. You were discussing your favorite Taylor Swift song earlier. Yeah.
A fair point.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's my favorite football player.
So far, the bands are the same. So far, the Zach band.
Oh.
What does that free up? The brand is freed up.
Oh.
The Wukong also on the chopping block.
Getting rid of Healy Wheely's champion here, forcing him onto something else.
Oh, they're gonna first pick the brand.
Dude.
Game 3s are where you get to see someone's character.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
sounded way better in my head. Than
No,
when
dude.
it came out.
No, I'm with you. You're absolutely right.
Character is the person you are when your jungle's not ganking.
Yes.
That's a better one. I could put that on a shirt.
Oh, if it was easier to print t-shirts. I guess it is actually very easy to print t-shirts. I was thinking about
is it
mass
hard?
production.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of t-shirts, you could print one. You could probably get like a little press, right, for not that much.
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah.
don't want to say not that much. I don't know. I've literally put no research into it.
Yeah, we're really talking out of our ass here, but I bet we're kind of right.
I mean, it's somewhere. I mean, I know people do own them.
You can make it in the Jackbox games. You can make t-shirts in, not real t-shirts, right? That's a party game.
You can digitally wear them.
Wow. Bring back Tamagotchis. We've got Aphelios and Lulu here.
Yeah, I do like that kind of kite back lane. A lot of shielding there. Philios can punish overaggression, but a Nautilus Ash immediately picked into it. They are going to look to fight in this bot lane. If you don't have Engage in your jungle, well, guess what? You can pick it at AD carry and support. I love, if this Ivern gets locked in, I love the diversity of these two comp.
Seriously, yeah, you've got a lot going on. I'd be interested to see an Ivern in this game. No way.
I played a solo queue game at Hecarim today. Well, not solo, it's flex queue because I don't play solo queue. But I played a flex queue game at Hecarim today, and it felt really good.
Oh shit! Are we about to see hidden tech unlocked here to close out game
I don't want to say
3?
that. If it doesn't go well, I had no.
You'll
fun
feel
with
responsible. Oh shit! That's so fucking loud. Jesus Christ. Never mind. I guess I won't play
I
that.
unmuted stream
To hear that. Yep. Yeah. Apparently, listen. You all know that I'm not an audio mixer producer. I don't know how to make myself quieter. I don't know why my mic is so fucking loud tonight. As Vega just laughs at me.
It's one of the loudest things I've ever heard. In my
Oh
life.
shit!
I didn't even put it to full volume. I put it like half volume. And it was like, oh, I wonder what it.
Yeah, that one guy who hasn't been happy about the sound is.
He's really not gonna like this one.
He's probably not. Oh, sorry, guy. We didn't mean to.
Oh, I'm literally crying laughing.
Oh God. I just need I just need to learn how to mix sound. There he is. So there's a thing called volume. Tell me more, guy.
Technically,
Tell me more.
anything that you do is mixing audio, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
You may not
I'm
be
just
mixing it correctly.
Doing it
You are
so
doing it.
poorly. Just truly
It's
so
called
poorly.
art.
It's called art. Haven't you ever seen art before?
We do get a Gragas and a Fiora pick.
We do,
Which-
and a Fizz.
Yeah, I do wonder I assumed the brand was jungle, but now I'm a little bit more curious of, it could be. I'm assuming it maybe Gragas mid or brand mid.
Yeah.
Huh.
You've convinced me. You've talked me into it.
One of them has to jungle. Normally you see Gragas top lane sometimes. Garen?
Oh shit, dude. We got fucking.
Whoa.
All right, the game we played yesterday, Garen fucking that was a real problem for us.
Brand jungle, not support Gragas mid.
It is brand jungle.
Yeah, okay, so it's Gragas mid.
Dude, Tinky Winky calling it. Fee top, Grag mid, brand jungle.
I would think so, because it feels like the Gragas was in response to seeing Fizz.
Right. All right, 3 points to Tinky Winky. Yeah, keep score at home.
Tinky Winky. That's the only points we've handed out, so that means Tinky Winky is currently in the lead.
That's a good point. Yeah, those are the only points we've handed out.
What is the show? Whose line is it anyway?
Oh,
yes. Where the points don't matter.
Yes. God, what a formative show.
Yeah, that really is. That is a piece of my developmental stages as a child.
Absolutely.
Well, really teenager, I guess, but.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. There were just like reruns of it on all the time. And really I was never not dying laughing when I was watching it. What have I done here? Have I started the prediction? Yes, I started the prediction. Vote. Remember to vote. You can't be upset at us if you don't do the thing we set up with. That's not true. Dove deodorant.
Immediately times.
You know when you're talking generally, but you're really talking to one person? Dove knows what's up. Dove knows exactly what's up here.
Dove, he is iconic for joining calls with us when we were like talking about draft and then be saying, I'll be right back, and leaving for the entire discussion, and then coming back and disagreeing with everything that we worked out.
Wow. Well, that's a skill. That's a skill in its own right.
I don't have the confidence to do that. If like a group of people is very like, if it's not something that's like a divisive issue for me where I feel strongly about it, if it's something I don't feel strongly about and a group of people is like, we all feel this way, I definitely am not going to be the guy who's like, nope, I actually don't feel that way.
Let me get in your way. Yeah. I mean, I'll cause a kerfuffle if it's about something, But if
I care about it.
Yes, totally.
I have to care strongly about it.
Absolutely.
Like where we're going for dinner, I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not gonna break that up. Dove would 100% break that up.
I'm not flipping a table because we can't eat Korean barbecue, which is something I've truly haven't had before, and I really want to.
What?
And I know, it's so dumb. There's a place by me that does Korean barbecue. I haven't fucking gone. It's Praetorian showed. Oh, hey, Praetorian, thank you. That's nice. I didn't see what I feel strongly about. I thought that Praetorian was just about to attack me for not having eaten Korean barbecue, which would be justified. One day I hope to eat Korean barbecue with Praetorian. I think that would be a great evening.
I just saw that, and that's what I thought too. I saw the LeChance, and I was like, oh, he's about to say something about you not having Korean barbecue. To be fair, I do love Korean barbecue. I think it's very good. I'm almost more of a fan of hot pot. I think a hot pot is probably my favorite meal experience.
I haven't had hot pot, but I would like to. I like hot soups. I like ramen.
Oh, good.
And all of that stuff. I didn't do any of the things that I was supposed to. So I'm gonna do them right now, and I'm not even gonna do them in the sneaky way.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? We're right here.
Yeah, we've entered into the conversational casting.
It's 11. It's after 11 p.m. on a Monday night.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Wait, what do you guys want?
What do you want from us?
you all from us. But also, I will say I am a little bit spoiled. My food opinions have changed greatly since moving to New York City, because you do get spoiled on food here.
What's your biggest flip so far?
Um,
Or not even flip, but what's won you over in a way that...
Oh, I mean, Hot Pot, because Flushing is here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all authentic, like, Asian food. And, like, I lived in North Carolina, and, like, you can get, Asian food, and that's fine. Like, it's okay in North Carolina. I'm not trying to, like, say anything, but, you go to an entire part of the city that's, like, authentic Asian food here, and you can literally get anything you want. And it's so good. And then I will say, I live in, like, a part of Queens that's, like, predominantly Greek food. And that has been, like, oh my gosh, so much pasta. So much good stuff like that. I'm insanely... I've probably put on a ton of weight since coming here. But that's okay.
You're just surrounded by delicious food.
Yeah, I was a pretty skinny guy before, so it's probably good for me. So
Nice.
And yeah, that's the biggest spoil thing. So when you're in New York, it's like, oh, I feel like having such and such food, and there's literally like world class of that food here somewhere. You can go get whatever you want somewhere. And our Taco Bell's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. That's a pretty massive thing to just be able to roll out.
But there's no barbecue. I will say this. Like Southern barbecue, there's none of that. So that's awful.
Yeah. Oh, we did talk about Kansas City barbecue last time as well, I believe. All right, sorry, hold on. I'm going to be distracted for exactly 25 seconds.
You're good. Go ahead. Looking at the comps, we do see Blue Side NLR again opting into a little bit more of the proactive. I do think like they have a lot of tools here. The Brand Jungle obviously extremely fast. Go to Fiora into the Garen. I think early you kind of lean into the Garen strength. Fiora obviously as time goes on has that ability to split push, will become stronger there. They feel Sulu, really the name of the game is counter engage, right? They want to be able to weather the initial engage, weather that storm, be able to turn things around with the Hecarim Fizz. I think these early fights around the Grubs and Dragon are going to decide a lot about this game, about where that strength is for both teams. Seems like a very snowballing comp for both. I see a world where Fizz gets fed. This could be very dangerous, but I also see a world where he doesn't. There's not enough split push answer for that Fiora, so we'll see exactly how that turns out as this game goes on. There's at least 2 good barbecue in New York City. There is good barbecue here, but it's kind of like that thing, like, there's not, like, really good pit-cooked barbecue here, because there's just not a lot of places that have the space to do pit-cooked barbecue. And the places that have the space to do it, or, restaurants normally that own the space to do it, they're not doing pit-cooked barbecue. There's one electric barbecue place near me that's pretty good. They do make pretty good food.
Oh, wait, I forgot to turn off the music. Hold on a second. Okay. Is your stream up?
Yeah.
Intern on the
see,
Discord? Great. Excellent.
Everything looks amazing.
All right. Game 3, we're back. Late night League of Legends with the Sleepy Time casters.
Mm-hmm.
These players, though, right? Everybody talks about how best of 5s are extremely long, trying affairs. Best of 3, right? Not too shabby either. You're putting in like 3 hours at the very least. And on a night like tonight, these players have got to be feeling it. So this is a little bit of an endurance matchup as well.
Absolutely. Both teams maybe have work in the morning, maybe, starting to reach that mental limit late in the night. You never know. But we'll see who's got the energy, who's got that, Red Bull next to him to power through this game 3.
I did drink a Red Bull right before this.
I drank some coffee. I had to do something.
Yeah, it honestly, it doesn't affect my ability to go to sleep at all. I usually just really fall the fuck asleep after games when we go
Usually
super
I'm
late.
like, all right. I'm so tired. I think not enough people who, well, I don't know how people think, but I think that's one of the things that people don't get about casting is it is very exhausting.
I get hungry after.
Me too. I'm super hungry. Also, I don't want to talk to like anybody hardly.
Totally.
I need like the cool down. Like I've been talking for like 2.5 hours straight. To a wonderful person who I love sharing the desk with. But
Oh, shucks, man. Likewise.
but it is like, you oh my goodness, man. You do get tired. I mean, and you do like, especially in the chance. Last year we did a lot of like casting reviewing almost.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about our cast, like what we do. So now when we have like a dead second, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should say something.
No,
Ooh,
100%.
nice trade there.
B-Steel, Illyrius. So Illyrius has played a bunch of different kinds of champions. It's very interesting to see them go now from the Hwei to this Gragas and into this Fizz no less. What do you think of this mid lane matchup?
I think we see kind of how this mid lane matchup goes, right? Gragas is trading the mana pool for the health pool, right? Trying to put, it's on a ward. I don't believe this gets anything yet. So we do see the health trade onto the Fizz is good here, but not a lot of mana left on the Gragas, but I think that's my intention, right? Oh, more trading.
CS Flare spinning around. All these players, the narratives that have built up. Oh, look at that. Low health bars. Illyrius taking a big swig right there. Of course, going to get a little bit of health back. The narratives around these players, we have seen so much develop over the course of this series. Obviously, the top lane has had so much tit for tat, so much, backwards and forwards movement here. Flare had the game one winning play. And oh, wow, early gank here from a Brand. Just going to walk in, toss some damage out. But I am really interested to see how this top lane matchup plays out. Obviously, Healy Wheelie ditching hold on a second. Flare going quite low. This is going to be a dash forward. That mark was in the perfect place, and Fiora takes perfect advantage of it.
Beautiful job punishing there. No TP on the Garen either, which means that wave will be crashing. We didn't see the early trade that forced out the TP from Fiora, but abuses the fact that they're back on a TP, has the Doran's Blade and the Cole, a little bit of strength there. So the Ignite doesn't get popped by Garen, would be enough there to actually outplay that.
Wow, B-Steel had the E, able to get away. I'm not going to lie, I would have messed that up in that situation. I would have E'd right on top of the barrel and paid the price. Look at that, they're going to dive. A good flash away. Illyrius forcing that flash. The Hecarim coming forward. Healy Wheelie just walking up, gets the auto up. That procced Dark Harvest stack, of course. Healy Wheelie. He's going to push him off as much as he can. Let's see. He knows where he's backing. He's going to go for the W, but now the 1v1 Brand versus Hecarim.
Lulu's here.
Lulu is here. Illyrius here as well. That's a low health Brand. A flash away. Oh my god, the damage. He actually survives. Gonna get polymorphed. Autos coming through. Flare. Healy Wheelie doing such a good job. At the end of the day, you're still a mage, and if you don't have a lot of health, you can just stand in the back line. Oh my god, Hecarim. Can he do this? I don't know if he can do this.
So.
Oh. The Grubberment fights back. Upheaval. Nice hook landing right there onto Asparagus. Arrows coming through. Dizzy Dave. There's the flash forward and the ghost. He knows what he wants and he gets it.
And LR early in this game, turning up the tempo. You gotta love it. They're fighting in all three lanes right now, forcing action all around the map. Lulu punished there, does lose the flash. There will be a brief window here where BYU will have a summoner advantage in the bot lane. Both sums on their AD carry, plus the exhaust on the Lulu. Maybe they can find an angle. Fizz, though, stopping at the Grubs. I thought for a second it might be a roam to top lane. Looks like is going to return mid. Whew.
Yeah.
Non-stop action in this one. Another LeChance banger forced to walk the majority of the game as we fight in all three lanes.
Yeah, game 3, of course. They chose late in the night to have this game. Dude, Fiora really just getting these procs off, pushing Flare back. We'll see how that lane develops as more items are purchased. But as it stands, Fiora is in a commanding lead here.
Beautiful trading right now, and the grubs are being started, but Brand is aware. First rotation down from the Fiora.
Misses his Q right there, but he does force Hecarim off. And now Fiora coming down. Illyrius going forward, nails the flash. That's the ult, but he needs just a little bit more, and he's got no mana. And Fizz is here. Hecarim makes it out by the skin of their teeth, and my God, Brand really going for it. Beastial, is he going to go over the wall? He is not.
Playing with the mana on that Gragas. Does have the tier. Stacking it up, so that will help this later on, but right now will be the first 3 grubs over to the side of NLR. They are pushed in on the bot side right now. Hecarim trying to get some health back on the camps there. Maybe look at a dragon on bot side while they have priority here. Have to be careful. There is a lot of tools on the side of NLR here for forcing fights. So we do see Gragas a little bit more mana back there. There is no ult on the Fizz immediately to force trades.
I don't know if we talked about this, but which of these lineups do you favor more here? Obviously, this is game 3. Do you think anybody has an inherent composition advantage as they start up this first dragon?
I do like NLR's comp, mostly for the Fiora. I like the idea that Fiora, pushes, the ability, like, late game to push top, much like we saw last game with the Gwen. I think it's a similar situation where the Garen could be good early in the game, but Fiora ultimately becomes that huge threat in the side lane. Now, Fiora is a little bit easier to deal with, I will say, than the Gwen. Gwen obviously has that immune on her W that can be so frustrating to play against. Mm-hmm. But I do lean NLR's comp, but I see the potential on the side of BYU. Obviously, if the Fizz gets any amount of lead, we know what a Fizz can do to a game, how dangerous that can be. We do see 2 plates going down to the Garen
nice.
here.
There's the arrow. All the CC in the world. Nautilus and Ashe and Exhaust as well. Asparagus living a long time up here in the front line, but the arrows rain down and they're trading support for support. And now Dizzy Dave alone, isolated by the Hecarim. So much damage coming through. The Nautilus falls in the end, and Duvi gets a double kill as Healy Wheelie finding themselves in a 2v1. Oh, they land the ability. That is a lot of damage, but it's not enough to take Aphelios down.
Aphelios does end up with the double. We talked about the summoner difference in the bot lane there. Doesn't end up playing out early in the game, but the exhaust onto the Ashe makes it take so long to kill off the Lulu through her ult and those shields. Aphelios is able to use that red gun to chew through the Nautilus. Hecarim is there for the gank. They're able to punish and get 2 kills onto the Aphelios. So important there for them to get that gold into the bot lane.
Yes, indeed. Fizz up here. Looks like they want to start this one. Q's in, E's up. What comes up must come down. And they'll just back off, happy with that trade as it plays out. Gotta say thank you to our newest investor, the low-budget LCS, Bellius Brenton, which you sound like a modern-day wizard. It's a great name. Bellius Brenton. Anyways, welcome to the low budget LCS here in game 3 of this best of 3. We are sleepy and tired, but the show must go on, and these teams are determined to give us an incredible matchup.
Absolutely. In this game, much like the other ones, lots of early fighting, lots of back and forth, good plays from both sides. Everything we could have asked for in a matchup like this. A lot of good usage in the mid lane. Both people showing a lot of understanding of their champions. Oh, nice ult.
Oh, yeah, but these mid laners, I do feel like they have been trading almost non-stop. Like, while they've been farming, they have also just been weaving in, combos, really just saving their, incidental farming as they fight with each other.
Absolutely. I really enjoy the trading patterns of the Fizz eating in, leaving a minion behind to Q2 to kind of end that trading pattern to safety. You have the second grub spawning soon. Might see some action there. Meanwhile, top lane, CS is close. A plate lead for the Garen, but obviously a kill lead for the Fiora. Also, that Cole stacking up. Nautilus on the top side here, and a TP already being invested by the Gragas to get these grubs started up. Hecarim may look top.
Yes, he will. Nautilus might be able to land a hook, but probably at max range there. I think if grubs are being picked up right now, maybe we're going to see all 6 go to a team for the first time all series.
You just may. Will a play happen in top lane here?
Oh, there we go, the riposte. And now the counterattack. Healy Wheelie lumbering towards them. Brand flashing, getting some damage off, dropping the ult down, and look at the damage coming through. Oh no, Hecarim actually bringing some damage to the Garen.
I believe the Nautilus ult is what killed him there.
Oh shit, you don't see that every day. I mean, a point and click kill ability from Nautilus, that's pretty great.
Oh.
Oh, he's still got it up. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Illustrious. The triple fake.
What a play. Oh, I mean, that was as up and down roller coaster as you can get out of a play. I'm constantly thinking, oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen. Dizzy Dave also in the bot lane weathers the storm 2v1 here. Hecarim going to apply a little bit of pressure here, but I imagine Gragas should be able to get out of that.
Gragas, you know, Illustrious, as fast with those E's. Uh-oh, wait, well, here's the caster curse. Let's see if he gets out of this one. Hecarim coming down, and that one is on me, folks. Sorry about that, Illustrious. I tried to say something nice about you and doomed you to a horrible death.
It was bound to happen eventually in this series. We are very sorry, Illustrious, that it ends up being you. That is the one. Meanwhile, top lane, we do see, now that the Hydra fully completed there for the Fiora, this is the danger of not having teleport, is Garen gets kind of locked into this situation of where they might want to...
Oh, shit, it lands. Tar Heels up here. There's the ignite. Damage coming through. Look at the slow. A flash forward from Dizzy Dave. He doesn't give a fuck. He's going to frontline. Another kill for the Nautilus. Kills for the supports. That's where they should be. Oh, Healy Wheelie lands that. Oh my god, the damage out of that brand is insane.
Absolutely, a ton of damage there. Beautiful arrow across there. They pick up a kill, which will ensure this first dragon for them. The gold lead builds. Garen does manage to get the base off. We'll see how much damage Fiora gets to that top turret. I do see right now NLR doing an amazing job. It is the 6 grub push with Fiora also, so very quickly taking these towers down.
Yeah, this is the danger of 6 grubs. We haven't had to contend with it just yet. Oh, Beat Steel's looking very slick on this Fizz. There's the full combo from Illustrious. Lots of damage coming through. Gets him to about half health. Fizz slippery enough, but here we go. Hecarim in the neighborhood dealing some damage, but Nautilus showing up too. I see we've got the Lulu. Danger in the air here.
So much damage out of that Gragas.
Now, we're in a situation right now where NLR certainly has the lead. They have the lead by definition of gold. They have the lead by definition of objectives. And certainly momentum feels like it's with them as well. Oh, Fizz, you slippery little bings. That being said, it's not at the point in the game where it can't yet be overcome by BYU. What do you think the pathways back in are for BYU, if any, at this moment? Maybe it's a gank, he says, answering his own question. Onto this Nautilus, but an arrow comes through. It's a 2v3. Will that matter? Great Nautilus ult, great flash away. The disengage when they need it. And now, a wave clearing fizzles.
We've all been there. I like that they're looking. I also like bot lane. It is a positive trade for summoners. You do get a lot off of them in exchange for just using an ult on Hecarim, right? You trade the Hecarim ult for the flash on Nautilus, the Ash Arrow, the Nautilus ult, lots of things used there. Question will be, you know, to what you said earlier, I think it has to do with they have to punish over-engagement, right? You have the Lulu, you have the Philios, you have the Fizz, a lot of tools for if a team is over-aggressive with you, you can punish it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, though, you're not in control of the map right now. You're in a position where NLR kind of has the run of things. Your bot lane probably is in the best position of anywhere. So we'll have to find ways to make them over-aggressive in the bot lanes. We do see Brand on the top side. Not sure if Garen spotted that, but Brand is in the area.
Absolutely. Healy Wheelie God, this Brand jungle just never ceases to amaze me. Look at that CS difference right there. It has a 30 CS lead in the jungle. Aphelios, though, you know, as we're saying, looking pretty strong in this bot lane, but even just a couple seconds alone on a tower with full command of the Grubberment here. We've never had a majority in the Grubberment in the course of these 2 games, but NLR has managed to bring it together. And, you know, when you stand together like that, it's a very powerful movement. It's a strong thing to see.
It is true. If you don't split up the grubs, they are much stronger together. And we do see some of these outer towers all starting to fall around the map. We should see a little bit more grouping as we get this dragon coming up soon. It will be second dragon for somebody. By no means, you know, a tipping point in the game, or shouldn't be as far as objectives go, but for fighting, it does feel like we are at a point where one team is going to make a crucial play right here to either bring BYU back into the game or push NLR's lead a little bit farther. But the focus right now has to be for BYU just trying to get items, right? Trying to get as much gold as you can into your pockets ahead of that dragon. Not give up as much as you can around the map.
True story. A little bit of some wait and see action here. Let's toggle over to the gold. Who's got the most of it? Oh, yep.
Nautilus very rich.
Nautilus is very rich. Fiora on top, though. Ash not too far
Extremely
behind.
rich. Fiora at the top. Definitely a 1%er.
Yes. Oh, certainly. Certainly. Lives in a mansion on a hill. Without a shadow of a doubt. Dragon coming up in 40 seconds. Certainly seems like this one is gonna be NLR's. Unless, nope, there's the full combo going right onto the Fizz. But if anybody can escape it, it's gonna be that Fizz. They toss the ult back in, hits the Nautilus. But Hecarim on the run here. Asparagus doing what they can over the wall, taking a lot of damage from Healy Wheelie, but dip ducking and dodging the arrow too. Holy shit, what a gauntlet Asparagus just had to run through.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do a good job disengaging there. Fizz gets hit. They do invest the Lulu ult. That does mean they give up the positioning on the dragon. They will be letting that go by the wayside. Garrett, a little bit of an angle and a TP in the top here.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, Beasteel wants some revenge. Doesn't have the... Is he going to go for it? Nope. Just wanted to see if he could burn a flash. And dragon number 2 going into the pocket of NLR.
There'll be a top turret going down here. So I think they're probably happy with that. They like the ability they were able to punish. They're able to get the flash off of the Gragas there.
Oh.
See what's able to be traded on the other side, though.
Yes, indeed. All those little grublings. Asparagus coming down.
My.
Allocating a lot into the top lane, but they are going to... Oh, this is going on to Dizzy Day... Or, sorry, to Duv. Oh, that must have been a panicking moment. God, these grubs are strong. Okay, here's a fight. Nautilus ult being dropped onto the Hecarim. Dizzy Dave trying to cut his way back, but of course Hecarim doing his best to dive and disrupt. Here we go, Asparagus putting Healy Wheelie into the Polymorph, flashing over the wall. Beasteel being ulted on. Ash Arrow going wide. Ignore that horrible spectator thing that keeps happening. And there it is. CS Flare caught under tower. The damage ticks down. Alurius slays Asparagus. And in the backline, Gragas is a menace. But Duv and Fizz not able to get the kill. But NLR are really putting the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, on to the Baron now at 20 minutes and 30 seconds. They want to get this Baron. They don't want to give any time to scale to this enemy team. They want to push on it right now. Grog is pretty low there, but should be fine backing out. We will see a contest. It looks like no ult on the Hecarim, no flash, no way to get over the wall. Thinks better of it. Backs off. They're going to give this one away.
And Baron goes to NLR, a tool that can definitely be used to end the game. We've seen a lot of it in this series, but combined with 6 grubs, I imagine it's going to be devastating.
Yeah, the pushing is going to be insane, and they are sending Fiora into the top lane to split. Doesn't have teleport, but at this point, you are so strong at taking down towers. You have to feel you have a lot of tools as a 4-man unit to push. Fiora in that side lane is just going to push that lead even further. You better buckle down for BYU and try to find whatever overaggression pick you can just to hold on in this game right now to weather this Baron storm.
You gotta batten down the hatches. Of course, Asparagus. Oh, Asparagus getting locked up. Everything thrown at them. Just the tool, the CC, and the damage. It is all there. Fizz ult on Brand. Not even doing a quarter of their health. Duvi has to back off. So too does Fizz. And Fiora crashing a tower up in the top lane. Hecarim had a flank angle, but I fear they just don't have the damage as inhibs are now what's falling 22 minutes in. A full combo going on to Flare. A hook lands as well. Flare gets taken out. That was the Garen. That was the top lane as NLR shows off the damage they've accumulated in such a short period of time as Grubs raise through the base. Honestly, they're like termites if you really think of that. Nice hook right here onto the Hecarim. The damage coming through. There's the ult, tries to get away, but he goes down in the end. Fizz having to run to the backline. 2v. Health bar's going low, but Fiora just cuts through them. Asparagus the next to fall, and that's a full-bodied Coriander ace as NLR races to the finish and takes this series in the final game.
Beautiful job by NLR there. It's like they flipped a switch after that game one, opting into the more aggressive comps and fight their way out this game 3 completely clean. 4 deaths across the entire team there. And a beautiful job with the Baron and the 6 Grubs to push an end to that game.
God, what a series. These guys, God, I mean, NLR, you kind of love to see the reverse sweeps, right? It's very impressive. It's a testament to the mental, and kind of something I hold up anytime somebody's like, okay, like they got demolished in game 1, and it's like, all right, well, let's see what happens, right? Every team has a chance to respond. Newest investor to the low budget LCS, Abuchi13, thank you so much for the follow, and Goblino, thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate the hell out of you.
Another friend.
Hot Dan. Hot damn, sorry. Hot Dan. Dan, what a hot.
Dan, hot Dan.
What a hot Dan. Violet Fems, thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low budget LCS. God, what a series. Vega, do we dare do a super fast interview?
I'm totally down to. That
Another
game,
friend.
you know, we got 15 minutes of time before I turn into a goblin.
Excellent.
So I think just enough time for one.
Okay, perfect. We are going NLR. If you're hearing us, send your chosen champion into community. We will pull them up. I will ping you as well. Send one person for interview if you want.
Red Rover, send one NLR member on over.
That is the true way to call them up. We will say they're gonna send Fail Asian. The Fiora, the top laner.
The Gwen mass.
Oh, so true. All right, pulling them into the channel now. Welcoming to the desk, Fail Asian, the top laner for NLR. The player who just showed us why the Fiora is so scary, why the Gwen is so scary. Welcome to the desk. Congratulations on the win. How are you feeling?
Feeling great, dude. After we got... Actually... After game 1, I said, we don't got this, but we got this. It's all good.
Nice. Nice. The faith in the team was there at the end.
Yeah, I had a lot of faith.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, what was going through after game 1? Obviously, you guys collected yourselves. What were comms like? What was the shot calling like? How'd you guys come back and reverse sweep this?
Well, you know, we're all adults. We all have working jobs, so we haven't really been playing scrims that much. So
Nice.
I just, I said, listen, guys, I'm gonna call him. No one, like, if I'm shot calling late game, I'll just do all the calls, and I mean, it worked out, obviously. So.
Now we've seen Healy Wheelie has said we've sent their most hype member, and that you've got the highest energy on the team. Is this the truth?
No, I mean, I sleep like 2 hours a day. I don't think I have the most energy for sure.
Oh, damn, dude, you're just as tired as we are. Probably more.
Yeah.
God damn. All right, well, we won't keep you for too long. Is there anybody you want to shout out? Any other words you want to say? Again, congratulations on the win. You guys really earned it today. It's always great to see a reverse sweep.
Gotta shout out Incar's gang, the boys, homies from day one. Shout out to Paula for inviting me to the team. Yeah.
You do have Dyrus energy. That does. I believe in your pro career. That was my first player I was a fan of. I am digging this.
Yeah.
Hey, what's Dizzy Dave's TikTok? We couldn't remember.
Oh no, it's like David Januk.
Boy, it's just impossible to plug this guy. We'll get it one day. Sorry, keep on going,
We're
man.
trying.
I don't know it. I mean, I don't use TikTok.
Me either.
Just wanted to say though, we're definitely getting first place in our group, and we're looking to win finals. That's our only goal this year.
Oh shit! All right,
We love it.
the gauntlet's been thrown down. Okay, his TikTok's in the thing. We've been trying, Dave. All stream, we've been trying. All right, man. Well, thank you so much. We will let you get to bed. Thank you for coming on. Was this our best interview? No, but it's because we're just as tired as you are, and we're gonna release everybody into the ether. So thank you so much, man. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Yeah.
All right. As always, Vega, it's been an absolute pleasure. Is there anything that you would like to say before we peace out?
Just thank you to everybody who turned out. Amazing series. We've been lucky this season so far. Amazing games all throughout. Thanks everybody for. Is this our 8th day straight?
This is our 9th day straight of streams.
9 days straight of streaming. Low budget. Thank you everyone who has tuned in. Thanks everybody in the community for being a part of it. And yeah, thank you to the teams tonight. And thanks you to my beautiful co-cast, LeChant, for another wonderful night of casting League of Legends.
Shucks, dude. Right back at you. I couldn't have said it better myself, so I won't. We're rating Travis Gafford. Have a good night, everybody.